violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Salute everybody in the building. What's good? Appreciate y'all coming through on that Saturday morning. Salute to everybody lounging on the weekend. Salute to everybody on that weekend grind. Getting to it, man. And we got a good show today, man, with some Atlanta experts, man. We're gonna talk about, did Black people fumble Atlanta? And I would give you the motivation for this in a second, but we got two special guests. I'm going to have them introduce themselves, man. I want to welcome them and thank them for coming through. Go ahead, Black Gen Z, introduce yourself, then Black Trunks.
What's up, you guys? My name is Black Gen Z Mindset. I'm a YouTuber out of Atlanta, Georgia, and I cover crime not only in Atlanta, but in all other metro areas across the United States. So make sure you guys check me out. I appreciate you, Ramil, for letting me come on stream, and we gonna give you guys a scoop on Atlanta.
All right, salute. Appreciate you. All right, go ahead, Black Trunks. I muted you up because that was a lot of noise. I don't know what that was, but go ahead, Black Trunks.
Yeah, my bad. That was a garage. But yeah, this is your boy Black Trunks. You feel me? AKA Trunks the BS, taking no BS. I'm originally from the Bay Area, California, you know, home of Too Short, Mac Dre, E40, Mr. Fab. But I've been residing in Atlanta for the last 6 years, and I've been experiencing a lot of fuckery. So let's get it.
All right, true indeed. And salute to Excel Pro Services with the cash up. Salute to you, brother, for starting off. So yeah, we're gonna get into it, man. Now, myself, I've been a resident of Atlanta since 2016. I have residence in both Atlanta and Chicago. So let me say this first. Let's get into it. So I moved to Atlanta in 2016, and I'm from Chicago, right? And in my opinion, I think every Black person should visit the Southeast in America just for this reason alone. When I first went to Atlanta, even though Chicago is a Black city in its own way, when I moved to the Southeast, I have never seen that many niggas. Okay, I'm just gonna get right to it. I was blown away because it was like black everywhere you go. And I seen Black business owners, I seen all that type of stuff. But this is 2016, and I like to think of 2016 as like the end of, you know, the chocolate city thing, the end of Black, because I saw the transition. I got there right when the transition was starting to happen. Mm-hmm. So that's my connection to Atlanta. I've been there for 6 years. You know what I mean? But go ahead. Am I accurate on that timing? Or
Yeah. I think you really started to see a heavy shift when Barack Obama got into office, and I don't want to get political. But there was a shift in the mentality and the way things were going down in Atlanta, how things were handled. We just got rid of our last mayor, and she was a Black female by the name of Keisha Lance Bottoms. And she was under fire because of basically she was not supporting the police. And I think a lot of this started and really started to heat up heavily after the Rayshard Brooks situation. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Rayshard Brooks situation.
The Wendy's.
Yeah, that's what happened at Wendy's, right?
Yes.
Burned down the Wendy's. Yeah.
So young Black guy, he was shot by the police after failing a DUI test. He fought with two police officers, got loose on them, grabbed one of their tasers, tried to turn around and shoot one of them with the taser, and he shot him. And ever since then, the city of Atlanta has been on fire. Right when that happened with Rayshard Brooks, there were protests and all that kind of stuff. They burned the Wendy's down, his girlfriend, and then two other brothers who were quote unquote gang related and whatnot. So I think what has happened is Atlanta has handed over the reins of the city to the worst element of the city, and therefore you've seen an emboldenment in crime and an uptick in all types of just fuckery.
Hey Gen Z, I don't mean to cut you off, but let's be honest here. This is my theory.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that it's a lot of transplants? So we're getting the worst of the worst from across the nation. So we getting the Chirac niggas, we getting the Detroit niggas, we getting the Oakland niggas, we getting the Miami niggas, the Bronx. They all coming down here and terrorizing the city.
Yeah, that's definitely an element. Atlanta has been stated to be like the Black Mecca. So a lot of other brothers and sisters from different states have come to Atlanta seeking, financial fulfillment and whatnot, pursuing their careers, because Atlanta is like the Southern Hollywood. A lot of movies and films are being filmed in Atlanta now versus how they used to be filmed in Hollywood.
Yeah, they shoot a movie right down the street from the crib down there. But my thing is like, so yeah, we've seen the increase in crime now, because it's an increase in crime, but also it's like, do you think that could be because Black people are kind of like getting pushed out a little bit? Because I noticed that there's a lot of gentrification going on as well. Like a lot of places that used to be Black owned are now like the Arabs own it or something like that, and they'll hold on to it until Black people are priced out. I see a lot of neighborhoods getting. So do you think that contributes to the uptick in crime?
I do believe that, only because if you've been in Atlanta over the last 5 to 4 years, you do see a very big uptick in the Hispanic community and
they deep.
They're buying up everything, and it's so crazy that if you go to the Buckhead area, it's actually over there by Follies. You remember where Follies used to be, Ramil?
Yeah.
Gen Z. Yeah. So shit, I think like those 3 or 4 blocks. Mexicans own that. Like they own the Ross. They got the they got the supermarkets over there. They got they got all these little Spanish restaurants and everything. And these is people that can't even speak English, but they buying up the blocks and doing exactly what we our community, I guess you could say, should be doing. And it's being gentrified, definitely.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, there are a lot of people doing the damn thing in Atlanta. A lot of
we're gonna get to that. Go ahead, my bad.
I was just gonna say, a lot of Black business owners and whatnot. But like I always say, what happens is I think that a lot of brothers who end up making it and doing well for themselves, they have some type of survivor's guilt. So when you see other like these young kids, like the one of the biggest problems right now is the water boys. Okay, you got 10 to 16, 17-year-old kids who are hustling, trying to quote unquote sell water by day, but then they hitting licks and robbing people by night. So you have a lot of that going on, and when that stuff first started happening, the Black people, like I call it like the Black elite, quote unquote, or the Black middle class, we were defending the hell out of the water boys. Like when the news,
y'all was riding.
Exactly. When the news first started covering them, leave them boys alone. They just trying to hustle. They doing this, they doing that. Now I'm seeing TikToks all over the place talking about some, I was vouching for the water boys, but they just stole my car. I was vouching for the water boys, but they just shot up the gas station. So like these niggas they've gotten emboldened by all the shit that's going on right now. And I don't really see a solution at this point.
Well, I mean, like I said, people were caping for the water boys. I mean, I used to always get off on that exit right by the colleges, and they used to be there deep. I'm be honest, man. I didn't pay no mind. I ain't finna run up on me and do some wild shit on over here, man. That's a dub. But it's like but that's that liberal stuff, like when that damn, bro. Like when that bridge burned down, that homeless person burned down that bridge, it was still capable for him. I'm not mad at the homeless, but speaking of the homelessness, there's a big homelessness problem as well in Atlanta. Like that shit starting to look like LA. On some homelessness. You might be right. It is Black. That is a Hollywood, because it's a lot of homeless people just like LA too. What you think about that? Because it is deep with that homeless shit, bro.
Yeah, I 100% agree. See, all the problems that are happening in like these liberal cities, like these larger liberal cities like New York and LA, it's starting to happen in all the major cities because the leadership and the politicians have gone woke, right? So their idea is that, and I don't know how people feel about this, but okay, overall, the overall consensus is Black people are oppressed and this, that, and the third. So we need to make it easier, I guess, for them not to go to jail. And what's happening is a lot of dudes are getting out with very low bails on violent crimes. So most of the murders that have happened in Atlanta have happened from people who were out on supervised release, probation, parole, on violent crimes. Okay, like I do stories specifically on the crime that goes down. And just last week, these young teens, they tried to rob a dealership, and they shot one of the security guards up there. The guy's name was Henry Ashley, and they shot him dead.
Yeah, I heard about that. You know, Atlanta's starting to become like Chicago. Yo, yeah. I seen a video of a nigga run up in an apartment complex and sprayed the whole he just sprayed the whole complex with his gun, like just back and forth between different buildings. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
Yo,
no, for sure. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's another crazy story where it was like, Jizzy, you probably know about this one too. I want to say it was right before the pandemic. It was like 2019-ish, the end of the year. It was like 4, 5, 15 to 16-year-olds. They all ran through this old lady's home doing a home invasion, and they didn't know that her older son, who's a truck driver, was home. And he had an AR-15, man, and he sprayed all them down in the front yard, man. And
right.
These was teenagers. These was kids, but, I mean, look what they were into. So, I mean, how much can we feel sorry about that? We're really in a conundrum. So when, I think a couple streams ago, when somebody was trying to tell us that ATL's not a war zone, somebody's saying that's not in here. That's not from here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. We're right in between. And then I got stories I can tell you where I'm glad that I'm a concealed carry because, I mean, shit gets real. Niggas is trying.
You said somebody tried to rob your car. Didn't you say somebody tried to steal your car's light or something? You said you almost had to pop somebody because they tried to steal something from your car. I think you said that last stream.
No. Nigga was in my window. And this was the second time that happened.
Okay.
So I lived in an apartment complex about 4 or 5 blocks from Lenox Mall. And man, it's just a regular night, man. I'm smoking, you feel me? I'm playing 2K, chilling, and I hear something, man. I hear some weird shit out my window. I'm not thinking nothing of it, but I'm like, hold on, man. So I walk into the living room. In the apartment complex, there's a patio door that's glass, so you can see directly what's on your patio. This nigga looks like the boogeyman, nigga. This nigga had on the hood, nigga. This nigga had the Corona mask, nigga. That nigga was trying.
These niggas be having the Pooh Shiesty mask, bro.
Yeah, he had the Pooh Shiesty mask, but not fuck the Pooh Shiesty mask, nigga. I had the Pooh Shiesty nigga gun, nigga. let it rip. So I'm fighting this shit with DeKalb County right now. That's a whole different. Yeah,
it's like because you was right, man. I remember on the last year you described the typical Atlanta young nigga, dog. Pants sagging, skinny jeans with the Glock hanging out. They be at the gas station, Glock hanging right out the pocket. They
don't give a fuck. 30 clip, nigga.
Yes. Just say, yo, gas, got that gas. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. So my thing is this, but the messed up part is when I first got to Atlanta, I saw so much potential and I was like, okay, like, damn, Black people finna lose all this shit. Like I was living in Vine City, bro, right next to the stadium. The house right across the street from the stadium, all Black people, dog. Then like a year after I got there, white folks start buying all the stuff up. Now they start revitalizing it and they got a water park. I think they're putting over there. Like I'm like, damn, Black people just fumbled this. Like I just didn't understand why we didn't,
I will say this just from my experience, because from my job as well, I travel. Dude, you have to, like, just to be in the center of all these zones in Atlanta, man, you have to either go up north or down south. The Woodstocks, the Peachtree cities, you know what I'm saying? The Norcrosses, the Beauforts, you gotta get away. Yeah, Sandy Springs.
I'll say this though. So you would say some nice, because I ain't gonna stop. My neighborhood is what my house is in. Like it's not. It's in. Okay, so my house is in Sylvan Hills. I'll tell you right now. Okay, but it's like a lot of white people. Like all my neighbors are white, and I'm like, but Sylvan Hills is right next to Oakland City, and Oakland City still. I mean, they kind of getting in over there too. Like them white folks is coming into the city. Like they're coming in and they're. So if you get a good spot in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, and you want to wait it out, it is risky. I ain't gonna start, still got the, shit still going on. But maybe, I mean, you think it's better to go to the outskirts than be in the city?
Yes. Yeah. For safety, because in my experience, if Becky and Brad is getting shot in Midtown and over there by Lennox, what you think they gonna do to you, nigga?
Exactly. And when you see like the Kennesaws of the place, they made a law a few years back where every homeowner in Kennesaw has to have a firearm in their home.
What?
Yes. So they literally they've decreased like home invasions because these niggas know now that shit, if I run up in somebody's house in Kennesaw, there's a high likelihood that I'm gonna get shot.
I heard about that. You're right.
It's mandatory that you own a weapon if you're a homeowner.
That's insane, man. I never heard that. Shout out to Jay Stokes in the building. Said every Detroit chick's dream is to move to Atlanta and start a new 304. Yeah, we go definitely gonna get to that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's real, bro. I got some stories about all the chicks from Chicago, Detroit, all the transplants out here.
Yeah, we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that. Shout out to Leroy Strokes. He said once I saw white people walking at night past blue flames and black Bankhead, I knew ATL was over with as submitted. My thing is, might be over with for black people. My thing is, they don't do nothing to the white folks. The white folks are moving into these hoods. They be walking down the street with their fucking little poodles and fucking Bankhead and goddamn Oakland City, but still, and them niggas don't do shit to them. You know what I'm saying? Well, okay. Then most of the time they ain't doing shit to them. I mean,
definitely niggas have more smoke for other niggas than white people, but there are white people who are caught in the crossfire. Yeah. There was a man, Thomas Arnold, who was just shot and killed on the Beltline, and for no reason. It kind of reminds me of the Piedmont Park situation where the woman and her dog were stabbed to death. Just random at the park.
Yeah, I'm tweaking. You right. White folks getting touched.
I heard about that.
They're getting touched, but not as much as niggas are. So you're definitely right about that. Niggas have more smoke for other black people than white people, but they're getting caught in the crossfire. And my theory is nothing's gonna be done about the issue until more white people get got. And I'm not wishing this on them. I'm just saying that, like, that's the only thing that's gonna really push the needle, because it's
I think I already did it because they're trying to succeed with Buckhead. I think they already been pushed that.
They're trying to make Buckhead its own
city. Would you say enough white people? Would you say there's been enough white victims for that to happen since they're trying to succeed?
There are elements in Buckhead definitely that want to succeed, but I think overall, the people in Atlanta are, like, the black people especially, they think the narrative on the news is it's a racist movement ran by a Trump supporter Republican. So they're trying to spin that narrative that, oh, it's just racism. It's like, no, it's just fucking dangerous. And it's been dangerous for too long, and people want to see a change before all of the economic growth in Buckhead is washed away by these niggas who keep committing carjackings and fucking the place up. Like, I don't know if you guys heard about that female attorney who was killed in a Buckhead condo.
I heard it. But wasn't that her boyfriend or some shit? Or?
Yeah, it was her boyfriend. But that event, I'm not gonna say it sparked off the shit, but it got a lot of people really paying attention, because that shit hit close to home, because the nigga was shooting it out with the cops off the balcony. So, like, people really was witnessing that. Also, there was a guy who walked into the movie theater when I think it was Spider-Man came out.
Oh yeah, it was with his chick. Yep.
Yeah, and he was with his girl.
He shot him. Yep.
Exactly. A guy was in his seat. He shot the nigga and walked out of the movie theater like shit was gravy. Guess what? He still hasn't been caught.
Bruh, that nigga walked out
wild.
like he stepped on a piece of gum or something. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing happened. Like
Right.
he didn't just shoot a nigga in the middle of the
And
thing.
his girl is still supporting him. So you want to talk about protect black women? This is the type of guy who doesn't care about protecting anyone, and he would shoot a black woman just as quickly as he would shoot a black man. But these women continue to still lay down with these niggas who are doing this shit.
Yeah, they ain't gonna stop no time. Hey, it is what it is. But we're gonna get to that. So I know we're talking about the crime, but you know, so is there still opportunity in that?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. I don't want to make it seem like
yes.
I mean, Atlanta is the new Chicago, with the crime, but it's bread to be made in Atlanta. Oh my God.
Cali.
Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead.
I'm from Cali, bro. So
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Gentrification Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
you already know shit is hyperinflation out there. Nigga, I lived in San Francisco, downtown, nigga, just for a 2-bedroom, you're paying anywhere from 5 bands, maybe even 6 bands a month. You feel me? And you're still in the hood. So you gotta have 2 or 3, 4 roommates type shit. So when I came out here, of course, I mean, shit. I mean,
the rent going up in Atlanta too, but yeah.
Well, it is, but like I said, it's nothing compared to California. You know what I'm saying? So you can come out here. I've seen it myself with my sister. I've seen it out here with my brother. Like, you can come out here and start your own business. My sister came out here and started her own hair salon. You feel me? My brother came out here and started his own marketing company. I came out here and started my own photography company, and I have not worked for anybody else. I would not saying that I wasn't doing that in Cali, but you know, it was harder. You know, I had to get all my money in Silicon Valley, working with Jews and Indians and stuff in the tech field. But when I came out here, it was just a land of opportunity. I would not have been able to live in the equivalent of Buckhead in so-called San Francisco or Oakland. You know what I'm saying? Even though Buckhead is turning into shit now. But when I first moved there, bro, it was Black Beverly Hills. So I'm like,
Buckhead used to be like,
I'm tired of I'm fucking with the hoes. Got bitches coming from Georgia State. You know what I'm saying? Emory. You know what I'm saying? GCC. I'm feeling myself. But as soon as niggas started getting in my window, that's when I knew, shit's changed.
Yeah, because I want to, because Atlanta has a lot of business opportunities, a lot of employment opportunities, got a lot of tech going down there, a lot of things that stem down there. The tech part, it's actually a mini Silicon Valley growing out of Atlanta. Like, it's a lot of jobs down there. I mean, it's just like, as a black, it's a lot of opportunity. Matter of fact, the Atlanta airport is the biggest. Has the most volume now, I think, or something like that. Because,
The ATL airport is actually the cheapest international airport as well too. So we get a lot of people coming from all different type of countries and all over all over nationwide. So a ticket to Miami, niggas don't know this, but if you live in Atlanta, you can fly to Miami for $60.
Yeah,
and $80. You know what I'm saying? You can fly to New York for $100. So you can get shit popping.
Facts. And I run a car rental business in Atlanta, and we got some rentals like right next to the airport and shit like that we rent out. And you're right, it's a lot of money out here in Atlanta, but you really have to know how to move. Like, you really have to know where you can go, especially when it comes to the party scene, because a lot of clubs are losing their leases out here, because niggas shooting the clubs up. I don't know if you guys heard about the Loca Luna. They just lost their lease because somebody shot the club up. So you gotta know how to move, but it's hella business opportunities out here. Like, I wouldn't say, oh, you can't get money out here. Absolutely. But if you are getting money out here, you probably want to make sure that you're living on the outskirts and then working in Atlanta if you can. And then just like some tips, parking on the street is pretty much a dead move. I would say
they will boot the fuck. Yo, these niggas, they got the most sneakiest boot workers ever, nigga. Like, I mean, I don't know why you're saying not to park on the street, but I know if you park your shit and you walk away for 10 seconds, that nigga gonna be right there, nigga. But my bad, go ahead, bro.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing. My bad for cutting you off. Just let me get this.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I just want to say this right quick. Like, you can literally, I will say that anybody can come out here and start any type of business. I was in Lithonia and I saw a nigga with a rims business. Rent rims. So niggas would rent rims from him on the weekend. You got the 28s, 24s and shit like that. And he was doing his thing. You feel me? He was fresh, fly, whatever. It's just crazy the opportunities that you can have out here, man. Shit, I know bitches that literally live, you feel me, and what the fuck did she live? She lived in Midtown, nice little area and shit like that. And she sell feet pictures. That's all the fuck she did.
Well, to be fair, you can do that shit.
You can do that anyway.
But Atlanta definitely has a thriving business like landscape. Like, it's a lot of like downtown. It's a lot of companies going to, it is booming. Like, on the black side, a lot of crime, and the city's been lost, white folks been. But on the regular society side, Atlanta's, I think, it's one of the fastest growing cities. I'm telling you, rent right now is going crazy right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to keep, and house values, the values of houses is going up like crazy out there. Like,
facts.
You can't even, it used to be you can get a house in the middle of Atlanta for like 100-something thousand or some change. But now them shits is going up to like 250, 300, even 400,000 sometimes.
Yeah.
For like, it's definitely a lot of opportunity for growth out there. You know what I'm saying? But
especially in the surrounding area, like Decatur and shit like that, I've definitely seen an uptick in the real estate, definitely.
Yeah. Shout out to Skillmark. He said, same thing in St. Louis. Appreciate you. Shout out to Councilor Murray. He said, been here since 2010. Crackheadish crime continues to go up. Made it a safe haven for criminals. It is what it is. Shout out to Lucky. He says, keep it real. Chicago niggas moving down here. I got to admit, that's true, because I'm a Chicago nigga, and I definitely did go down there. But that was one of the best decisions I ever made. I personally. Shout out to Aziera. He says, not to mention the migration after the unfortunate event of Katrina. Yeah, Buckhead wants their own police force. Go ahead, Jizzy.
Yeah, Buckhead definitely, they want their own police. They want their own private security. And I think that's good on them. They should, because there has to be a safe haven in the city. There has to be some place you can go where the streets are clean, where people feel safe and actually are safe. The problem is, like, in Buckhead, there's so much resistance by brothers and especially sisters. Those are the main ones who cape for the criminal element in the community.
Oh, they love them some
exactly.
Go ahead.
No, you're right. And it's just like, what is going to get you women to open your eyes and see that this is a huge issue? Like we had people who voted for, who was that? Stacey Abrams. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, she hasn't done anything, right? She hasn't done anything, but we're supporting her just because she like one of the fat black ladies who be at the church. Exactly. It's like,
that's it. That bitch literally didn't. But my thing is this, bro. Like, them hoes ain't never gonna stop fucking the niggas with them. I mean, if y'all waiting on that, y'all might as well wait for Kingdom Come. I mean, if you in Atlanta and you know what else you can do in Atlanta besides all the opportunities? You can go into Atlanta and become a career baby daddy and live good. All right, them hoes will take you. I'm not recommending this, not condoning this.
Up, man. This is my expertise.
We finna get to it. I mean, we finna get to it in a second. But shout out to Azier. He said Asians are buying up Atlanta. Also, yes, they are. All the other races, and they are buying them in the hood too. Shout out to Lucky. He says, if you a black man, move to Charlotte, North Carolina, it's more safe. Yeah, Charlotte's dope as well.
Yeah,
I love North Carolina.
I'm glad that he said that. Just let me get this out, Ramil. So
go ahead, bro.
I hate that they try to make it a political thing, because let's be honest, in my experience, I've been as far as Griffin, I've been in Woodstock, I've been in Bethlehem, Gainesville, right? All over, right? And I felt safer out there around all them white folks in the country with all them truck flags and shit than I do in Riverdale. You know what I'm saying? In some points of Decatur. You feel me? I didn't get that feeling, even though, wherever I go, I got my thing on me, but I don't know. They wasn't worried about me out there in the country. Them white folks ain't tripping off me. But when I go to the gas station in Decatur, I got niggas walking up on me. You feel me? Asking for money and shit.
Yeah,
With a hood on, Pooh Shiesty mask. I'm like, hold on, nigga. Like, come on. Asking me why I can't get him no money. I'm like, nah, I ain't got it, bro. What you mean, bro? Like, hey, but you just can't give me $1, bro. Nigga, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Yo, them niggas, I'm telling you, bro, they gonna beg the shit out you. Them niggas, it is what it is, bro. But you had this article, bro, Black Trunks, you sent me about it says Georgia University named top sugar baby school in the nation. So what this reminds me of is Atlanta is just if you talking about hoes selling that, bro, in Atlanta, it's crazy, dog. Like, go ahead, man. You got a Black Trump. It don't matter whoever.
You can go busy because I'm gonna go in.
I was just gonna say Atlanta is it's pay for play, just like Miami, just like Cali. It's now become pay for play. Not saying that you can't get bitches off the muscle. You definitely can. But a lot of these women out here are getting on these sugar daddy apps and they're going into that movement. It said that I believe like 31% of university girls have or are currently using a sugar 31% site. Yeah, 31% in Atlanta.
That's the ones who told you. Well, even before the sites, Atlanta always been. But these hoes, hoes everywhere selling pussy. But in Atlanta, right. If you see a bitch on the street, more than likely she's probably selling that. I know it might be extreme, but it is what it is.
And it's chick that you don't even think it look like that. You feel me? Like that's what be throwing you off. Like she got the good girl look, and because Ty City did a live stream last night, another epic one. They know. Shout out to Ty City, Logic Sphere. He did a one-on-one with CJ, and this nigga telling us about vetting women, her father in her life, and all type of shit, bro. I didn't fuck with hoes, bro. That strippers sell pussy, got they dad in their life. They
dad all in their life.
Traditional family.
And the worst part is that if you're a guy, and for one, unless you really know the game, you will never be able to tell that these chicks are on sugaring sites, okay? And then they're on sugaring sites, and no disrespect, but they're dealing with a lot of LGBT men. So there are a lot of down low brothers who are in Atlanta, and these dudes are running through a whole heap of bitches.
Yes.
So you might be caught, and you might think you dealing with this chick. Oh, she bad. She work at the club. She a bottle service girl. And she dealing with a nigga who got dookie dick.
Hey, bro. I found that out.
Hold on. So let me ask. Whoa. Okay. Let me ask.
OnlyFans.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. So is that so? Do people are they over exaggerated when they talk about the? Use my words carefully. About the homosexual thing in Atlanta. Is that do people overplay that, or is that accurate?
Absolutely not, Steve. This is what I always say. You put a rainbow crossway, a rainbow intersection in the middle of the city, and then you got black women complaining that all the men are in jail, they got felonies, or they gay. Well, y'all are the ones who have been advocating for pushing the LGBT agenda, and y'all are the ones who were signing the petition to put the rainbow shit in the streets, and now you wonder why all the men out here are turning gay. Well, this is a result of and I don't want to make it political, but it's the result of your political leftist agenda that has created this type of environment to fester and persist in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's true. Now, Black Trump, what were you saying? You said you learned something the hard way, Black Trump. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Remember I told you I'm a photographer, so I'm in the underground scene, I guess you could say. Sex parties, all type of little funny little shit like that.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that too. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, just let me get this out. Well, I shot for a chick, OnlyFans, some pictures for her and stuff like that, and she got all my links in her Instagram. You feel me? So I clicked on her Instagram, and all my links, and it went to her Twitter. So I go to her Twitter. And man, I saw some shit I wish I never would have saw. I wanted to burn my fucking eyes. She was basically with a rainbow guy.
Hey, y'all, these females, they be Yep, they be smashing, these females be smashing trans, all that other type of stuff. Yep. Like, no, they don't give. I think it's called like what's it, pansexual? What's the one where you just don't care?
Pansexual.
You just don't care. Yo, in Atlanta, that shit is heavy in Atlanta.
I say this all the time. Heavy. We're living in a pansexual pandemic. Fuck the CV pandemic. We're living in a pansexual pandemic.
Yeah. Yo, it's a. It's a whole new world, yo. You said they probably messing with some dude with Dookie. Yo, it's crazy, dog. That's just the risk it is in Atlanta, man. It is what it is.
But here's the thing that's crazy is that they complain about it, but I literally met, especially in that scene, there's women that's open to that. They're open to messing with guys that mess with guys. So it's messing up. But here's the thing: they won't tell you. The normal guy that she might be messing with, that she mess with, down low.
She ain't gonna tell you. She
it's like, whoa.
She ain't gonna tell you. You gotta find out, and like you said, you think, yo, that Twitter a motherfucker, man.
Oh yeah, Twitter crazy, right?
That Twitter a motherfucker, man. They don't get that. That is the fucking. It's a whole nother subject right there. But yeah, these hoes don't give a fuck. Like Atlanta's a very open. It's cracking though. You know what I mean? Like I mean, it be literally like it be parties all day. Like that's one thing. Like black people will lose all the real estate, we'll lose all the power, but we ain't gonna lose that party. I mean, like they be party. Go on Eventbrite at 6 a.m. There's a party going on.
Bruh,
breakfast day party smash. Breakfast a banger come through. You know what I mean? But yeah, go ahead.
I've been woken up by hoes at 2 a.m. like pull up type shit. Nigga is lit. We got a little kickback over here. We at the lounge. You know what I'm saying? We at the club. I'm like, damn. Like y'all bitches ain't got shit else to do. Now I'm not saying that I don't like to party, but like I ain't gonna lie, Atlanta. Ain't talking about the city that never sleeps is New York. I think it's Atlanta.
No, I'd have been said that. It's Atlanta. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No. You can get out. I was just about to say it can be a Tuesday, 2 a.m. and it's lit like it's Friday night.
Yeah, bro. Like I said that like Atlanta's the most partying city, and it shit just don't stop. I don't know what it is, nigga. It just don't stop. You know what I mean? And let me shout out to Azir. He says I'm a trucker, but I also make beats. But I stopped going to the studios because they were getting shot up too. I'm gonna start doing pop music. Okay, damn, this Atlanta got this nigga doing pop music now. God damn, man, yeah, it's wild.
The fuck out of hip hop.
Yeah.
And my uncle said niggas need to start doing doo-wop music again, nigga. Doo-wop.
Now speaking of parties, man, somebody brought it up. Yo, the swinger party is heavy down there. You know what I'm saying? I want to, I don't want to get out too many details, but I'm because we on the tube, but I'm just saying like bro, like if you want, it's man. And these hoes be organizing these shit.
Keep it rated PG. Let's just say
let's try to keep it real, bro. Go ahead.
I'm gonna try. Okay. Let me just say this. I'm not built for it like I thought I was. It's different when you see stuff on Twitter and the hub, you know what I'm saying, and on these little prawn sites. But once you're in there, 5-10 feet away from, you know what I mean, doing
niggas say ain't built for
I ain't gonna lie, I had to get up out of there. I got up so quick. Hey, I swear to God, the chick was like, she was like, where you going? I was like, to the bathroom. Nigga, I pulled that remember how Rick Ross walked out on 85 South? That's how I did it.
I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom.
I couldn't do. I said, whoa, this some Babylon shit, bro. This some real.
But it be the hoes that
magic shit.
But once again, and the men aren't organizing that shit, bro. Like, and you talking about these hoes be throwing their own little regular party at their house, bro. Like, I'm not even talking about they just invite their homegirls and invite 3 or 4 niggas. They invite 7 of their homegirls, invite 3 or 4 niggas, and they're just, it'd be a house party that night. I mean, it just is what it is. It is wild out there, bro. That's why you got to be careful, because you go out to Atlanta, you can get sucked into the party life. Not even just a swinging party, all the party. You can just get sucked into the party life. It's always turned up. It's a lot of opportunity, but it's always turned up. Like I ain't never seen. And Chicago's not like that. Like they turn up in Chicago, but Atlanta's always turned up, man. I don't know what it is about it, man. If it's in the water or what, man. But
exactly. That's why you just got to be cool. You got to. Sometimes I actually tell niggas to just practice dick discipline. celibacy, semen retention sometimes, because you know I have my little runs and stuff, but for the most part, bro, I be cool, bro, because I've been there and done that. I've seen this shit, and I see how these hoes really get down, and they're fucking disgusting.
And you got to be careful.
Yourself.
You got to be careful of getting set up, man. These chicks will
set you
that's
up.
A good
yes.
one. Yes. They will line your motherfucking ass up. Like you think you swiped on a bitch on a online dating site and shit like that, and you think you meeting up with her, and you got a whole nother thing coming. You pull up and they got straps to your face, 30-round drums. Niggas be walking around with the extendo clips and the 30-round drums in their pocket hanging out. Like, it's no joke.
And you be thinking it's sweet, you feel me? So to be honest with you, that's why I've kind of transitioned to, more of the little, white chicks and little shit like that. Because, I mean, it's just a lower chance of nigga getting set up, you feel me?
Oh,
now, but here's the thing though, like it's a whole different thing, fucking with the white girls and shit like that. I had white girls just straight up tell me, like, "Oh, hey, you do blow?" I'm like, "What?" Nigga just pull out
the white girls crazy out there
I'm
too.
like, "Oh hell nah, I ain't used to this either." This bitch turned into Scarface, nigga. I'm like, "Hell nah."
Yeah, the white girls be turning up too out there. They be turning up with the black holes. Like, I mean, it's just the Atlanta culture, and it's so Atlanta culture is strong, man. I mean, that's just so strong. It's permeated the whole country. Everybody, ATL, they took over hip hop and everything. I mean, that is a strong ass culture down there, man. Mm-hmm. So, it is what it is. And you got to be on your feet too. It's a lot of finesses out there. Like, it's a it's a lot of hustlers in Atlanta, man. Definitely. Lot of hustlers, man, and the females and the niggas. And if you ain't on your feet, you would get hustled about your shit. All right,
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video, and make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Gentrification Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
You talking about fast talking up north and stuff like that. And, Atlanta, man, I gotta give it to them, and they be hustling down there, man.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't trust any bitch that drive a Hellcat. That's not hers. That's her dope boyfriend or baby daddy's. I had a Spanish class. That I was going to and shit. I'm learning my little Spanish because I do want to go to Colombia again. It's gonna be fun, but I'm trying to learn, touch up on my Spanish, man. And this bitch was so thick, bro. But she had a tattoo on her neck, and you already know what type of bitch she was, man. She looked like she worked at Magic City or some shit, man. And we went to the parking lot. I ain't gonna lie, I was about to throw my little bid in. Nigga, once I saw her, do the little alarm shit, and it was the fucking Hellcat, nigga, bro, I bust the bitch so fast, turn around. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. I already see what type of shit you on.
Facts. Same as Modest Death says, there are usually clear signs of a type of woman that will set you up. What would y'all say? Like, he's basically saying you should know beforehand if a female about to set you up.
She won't FaceTime you. She got them long ass lashes on. She got them long ass fake nails on. She say period too much. It's a lot of damn signs, honestly.
I mean, I gotta get some bougie hoes, man. Come on, I mean,
it's definitely
they'll get you too. They'll get you too.
Boo boo. Period,
definitely. Those are just some signs that I go off of.
I got
That's my twin.
Hey, so, y'all, real quick, everybody like the fucking video, all right? You know what I'm saying? Especially you from Atlanta. You from Atlanta, you know all this shit's fact. We're gonna open it up soon so other people can come up. So hit the like on the video. And if you are new, subscribe. All new people subscribe, man, because shout out to Zeri. He says, I love coming home to my big old house, but sometimes Atlanta feels like Sodom and Gomorrah, and I wonder if I should leave sometimes. It's definitely Sodom and Gomorrah. Shout out to Big Truck. He says, we NYC send strags who can't make it here to Atlanta. Yeah, a lot of people do come from New York as well. Yeah. Shout out to Big Truck in the building. Shout out to Ambitious Hustler. He says, if she got a tattoo on her thigh and she kind of thick, with long eyelashes and colorful weave, leave her alone. Nigga, y'all ain't leaving that shit alone, man. Stop it, man. But I guess the saddest thing for me, man, is is that just me watching that city just, I mean, because it used to be Chocolate City, man. It used to be the quote unquote Black Mecca, and now it's just like, that's a dub. Like, that's over. I just, that's one of them case studies where can Black people handle our own affairs? Are we responsible enough to have a city? Or can we, that's the thing I be thinking about, like, because people be saying, oh, it's the system. Well, you had a whole city.
Exactly. And the problem is that the Black people in the city are advocating to break the system even more. The reason why the system is broken is not because of what people think it is. Like, they think, oh, Black people just getting locked up. No, a lot of these niggas, unfortunately, it doesn't bring me joy to say this, but a lot of these niggas got to go. They have to be locked up. They're not learning from anything else. A lot of these niggas are doing shit and getting bonded right out. Like, they're getting put back on the streets within 16 hours for violent crimes, like shooting a place up. You got niggas on supervised parole getting an ankle monitor on that, and that's the biggest problem in Chicago. And now that type of
Chicago. Yep.
The prosecutors have taken that and basically put it in all the major cities. So you're starting to see the same thing over and over again, where these violent offenders are getting let out on supervised release and bail reform that people were protesting for in 2020, and defund the police movement, and all that shit has accumulated and added up to the issue. We talk about policing our own. We can't do that shit. Who is going to tell a 14-year-old nigga with a 30-round drum to stop being on that hot shit, to stop jacking cars? Nobody. His mama ain't gonna tell him, and nobody else can tell him shit.
So let me ask you this. Well, first of all, you covered this on your channel, right? The Atlanta crime?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So y'all go subscribe to the channel. So what would you say to people who say you're a coon for that type of talk? Like, you're cooning.
Then what I would say is you don't really care about Black people, because this is the biggest issue in the community. The violence amongst each other. That's the biggest issue. So if you want to discredit what I'm saying by saying, oh, you're just a coon, and name calling and ad hominems, for one, I would say that is like female shaming tactics. That's not how you intelligently debate somebody. You debate them with facts. You debate them with information. We have the most representation in Atlanta, where our prosecutors are Black. We got Black judges. We got Black police chiefs. We got hella Black police officers. We have a Black mayor in Andre Dickens, but yet we still continue to have this problem. Just in the beginning of January, we had a 6-month-old baby by the name of Grayson Matthew. He was shot in the face and killed. He was a mixed kid. You know what I mean? A toddler, an infant, damn near, and he was shot and killed. So if you say, oh, well, you're a cool for that, then you don't really give a fuck about the issue, and you're not looking for solutions. On my channel, I'm looking for solutions. I'm calling this shit out, because if you want to talk about policing your own, that's how you do it. You call the shit out. You don't let it fester. You don't let it go off. But the thing is, you can't tell Black folks nothing. You can't tell us shit. You cannot tell us that, hey, what y'all doing over here is destructive. You can't give us constructive criticism, because then they're going to turn around and say, oh, well, you hate yourself and you hate your mama and you hate this. No, I love my people. That's why I'm telling you guys to cut this shit the fuck out. Take care of your damn kids. Get your kids off the corner trying to sell water during the day and stake niggas out and rob them during the night. Stop this shit. Take care of your motherfucking community. Otherwise, then you're gonna see heavy, swift gentrification, and it's gonna happen over time, but it's gonna feel like it happened overnight. And then you're gonna start looking around and be like, damn, where'd all the niggas go? Where did all my neighbors go? Well, they got tired of this shit, bro.
So let me ask you this: do you think that it's too late for that measure? Do you think? I think it's over. I think Atlanta. I think it's going to be a history. We're going to look back in Atlanta like history. Like, this used to be, a Black used to own all of this, and now, I think it's over. Do you think it's over, or do you think it's a chance?
It was supposed to be Wakanda. It was especially when Black Panther came out. We were saying, that's at level. Well, that's how we presented it in the media. Like, people,
not real. If it's Wakanda, nigga, I'm Thanos, nigga. I'm trying to cut all this shit out, bro. I'm cool.
People on Twitter and online, we were painting, Wakanda is Atlanta. I think it's over with because I think as far as the leadership goes, the problem is, like I said, we're not good at policing our own. Like we're not good at saying and coming out and saying, man, in the Black community, we have a problem. It's not gun violence. In the news, you always hear about gun violence, gun violence, gun violence. No, it's Black on Black crime. How they were categorizing it in the 80s and the early 90s. That's what it is. And if you keep blaming the gun, I got 3 guns in here and they ain't never shot one innocent person. They ain't never shot nobody.
They ain't never shot one innocent person.
For real. So it's like it's not the guns. It's these niggas out here who have no structure, who don't have homes, and they're getting ghost guns. I did a story where this guy, he was ordering gun parts online, and he was in Atlanta ordering the gun parts online, putting them together himself. Real smart 14-year-old boy. And this is the crazy shit to me. 2 niggas pulled up and they were supposedly supposed to buy the guns from him. They tried to rob him. In retaliation, he fired back at them, but he accidentally shot his sister, his 7-year-old sister.
God damn.
So and guess what? The mom was completely okay with him building guns in her house. So it's like we got a problem from the parenting all the way down, and until we address that, nothing is gonna change. And I'm pretty much on the like I want solutions to be presented. I think I have some solutions, but will they be implemented? Probably not, because we're not intellectually honest with ourselves enough to say this is our problem. It ain't the white man's problem. It ain't white supremacy. This is our issue. So until we address that, I don't want to hear shit about no damn white supremacy. To be honest, I'm tired of those fucking talking points.
Yeah, hey, and Gen Z, I got you back because they killing you for the Wakanda line. He was being funny because during the George Floyd riots out here in the ATL, when they was fucking up CNN building and all that stuff, Keisha Bottoms, whatever her name is, the mayor, she had a emergency meeting. What's it called? Press conference, and remember it was Killer Mike, T.I., and all of them. And remember, T.I. said himself, "Hey, this is Wakanda. We have to protect."
Oh yeah, I remember T.I. did.
So we're not calling it Wakanda. We just saying it based off what he said.
What they're saying, exactly.
Go at T.I.
Exactly, and you're right about that T.I. shit, because these are our leaders. Like these niggas, they don't want to address the problem, even though they know the problem.
Well, who's leader? I mean, well, I guess they are figureheads for the.
Yeah, and I'm not saying these niggas are leading me. Hell no. Nah. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, Black people look to them to tell us what we want to hear. Okay, all these niggas, Killer Mike and T.I., Black Power, but guess what? When King Von got killed in Chicago, what did T.I. come out and say? He said, "Stop bringing y'all beef down here. We don't do that in Atlanta." Yes, the fuck we do. What are you talking about? Look at Bankroll Fresh. Got killed by his own partner in front of the studio.
Yep.
So what do you mean we don't do that? Yes, the fuck we do that. And we don't care until one of these niggas speak up about it. But guess what? They ain't finna speak up about it, even though T.I. is one of these dudes who, basically was allegedly an informant to get his gun charges reduced. And and the thing is, I'm not even mad at him. I'm really not, because we have, and people are going to hate me for saying this, but we got the no snitch policy going down. How do you think we're going to police our own if we ain't even snitching?
Now, a lot of people my thing is this. I mean, that really, now this no snitching, that really only applies to the niggas actually in the.
That's what they say. That's what they say. But
that's what they say. But they try to put it. They try to make it go beyond that. Yeah,
but then civilian witnesses are ending up dead.
It's gonna be retaliation.
Yeah.
Exactly. I just did a story out of Milwaukee where this dude he sent a hitman to kill 6 Black people because 2 of them in the house were witnesses to a murder. But they're all civilians. But they say, the street code only apply to street niggas. No, it's not, because the fact of the matter is a lot of these street niggas are bullies. So they're going to say, shit, if I'm in trouble and somebody knows about what I did, I'm going to make sure they don't tell. So there's a lot of witness intimidation that people are not talking about. And this is a little more south than Atlanta, but in Augusta, there was an 8-year-old girl killed in a drive-by shooting. Her name was Aubrey Anthony. And like for a couple of weeks, nobody was saying shit. The only reason why the nigga got caught is because his license plate got caught on a camera. But everybody seen the whip, and he was a known gangster in Augusta. But nobody was saying shit. So we talk about policing our own and well, the no snitch policy is for street niggas. No, the fuck it's not, because when the pressure gets applied and these niggas are trying to win their case, who do they go and intimidate? The civilian witnesses.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Shout out to CJ Mose. He says Perimeter Mall, Monroe Drive, Edgewood, Peter Street, DeKalb, Farmers Market, Bonfire, Georgia State Train Station, AWA, Crescent Ave. If you know, you know. Appreciate you.
Nigga, I had to stop going to the Bonfire. It was a shooting up there. That's another little hot spot too.
Yeah, and I loved cool. Bonfire. Bonfire was Bonfire. Exactly. Bonfire. I met Ronnie Jordan in Bonfire. He's a famous black comedian. I met a whole bunch of black entertainers at Bonfire. Like it used to be every Sunday, like at 10 p.m. To like 2 a.m. But guess what? Niggas shot that bitch up. So it's like we can't have nothing that, like, once we get something that is unifying the community, we always have somebody come in and fuck the shit up.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just like, I'm over the community thing personally. I just think if you come down to Atlanta with that community, we black people all together mindset, you're gonna be really sad. That's why. But if you come down here on some individual, facts. On myself, I'm here for the opportunities and things like that. You're going to be happy as shit. There's a lot of money in Atlanta, a lot of opportunities, a lot of hoes, a lot of all that other shit. But if you look at the community, you're gonna be like, damn, we really fucked this shit up. But let me read these other super chats real quick. Shout out to Big Mac the Fisher. He says, it's over. We've been trying to save people for all of my 55 years, LOL. Let the bad die out and the best will survive. Yeah, just got the OGs even saying that. Shout out to Counselor Murray. He says, people who moved down here and became successful need to stop inviting the negative-minded family members and friends. Don't bring your hood-ass cousin. Don't bring... Oh, man. But that is true. People do come down here and get successful, and they invite everybody. Somebody says... So, the problems you guys are talking about, is that a transplant problem or a local problem?
I think it's always been going on. I think it has been intensified, especially after the Rashard Brooks situation. I think that really emboldened niggas. So I think it's always been going on, and definitely the migration from other cities has affected it. Just like when you see in Dallas and Austin, a lot of Cali niggas are moving from California because of the price of living and going to places like Dallas and Austin. And now you're seeing an increase in crime. So that's definitely a part of it. But I think this has been happening for a minute, and we just been quiet about it. And nobody cares until their family members are directly affected. I've got family members who were directly affected by this shit. My homeboy just whole car stolen 2 days ago. Parked in Midtown. They took his whole shit.
They are taking, they taking rims, cars, and they doing that shit. They efficient as hell. They are efficient. They like the little, what's the car when they in the NASCAR where the car pull up in the pit stop and they gotta, that's what these niggas do. They are efficient with that shit. Shout out to Azria. He says the agents want to rebuild the World Trade Center building in Atlanta. I'll be involved with that and some brothers and sisters like Ramir, Ty, etc. and other cultures, but the rest of this culture is done, unfortunately. I appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Azria for the dub on it. What you were saying, Black Trunks?
So you said that happened in Midtown, right, Jizzy?
Yeah.
So look, ain't it funny how, Midtown get that, the stigma, obviously, for the rainbow community, right? But they not understanding that. I don't know, when people think of rainbow community, just think of these scrawny little people. Bruh, I shot an event at the World Congress Center. You guys know where that's at? Over there by where the
I used to live right across the street from that joint.
Oh, okay. So I shot an event over there, and it was for Broner Brothers. That's the hair company.
Yeah, the little
exactly.
event. It be, man, that should be
with BET Centric. BET. It was on BET. But get to the point. It was a hair show. So I'm thinking, I'm thinking it's just chicks or something like that. Man, it's dudes in there with full sew-ins built like Patrick Willis. You know what I'm saying? 6'3", 250.
Right.
You feel me?
Yo,
dresses. What you gonna say to him?
Them niggas be working out there. Them motherfuckers be, that shit like being raised type. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, dog?
Look at Young Jock. Remember when he put the perm in his shit?
Yeah, man, I don't know what's up with niggas in that shit, dog. That fashion city, man. But let me ask you this: what y'all looking like on time, man? I'm gonna come out to unless you got other things we didn't cover, I was going to let people come up. But
yeah, that's fine.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, leader right now. We got 500 in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, man. If you're from Atlanta, you know. If you know, man. Salute. All y'all in the building, man. Yeah, man. It's basically an update on what's going on in Atlanta, man. Y'all see what it is. We got Black Gen Z in the building. We got Black Trunks. Hey, Black Trunks, those community posts should be posting, man. Them shits be popping. Them shits be funny as hell, man.
I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I be trying to keep it lit. I do be doing videos and shit too, but I've been thinking about like the direction that I'm gonna change with my channel and stuff like that. So I've been kind of stalling off, but I got some heat on the way, man. I appreciate that though.
Okay, salute. All right, so look, check this out, man. If you want to come up and you got anything, the link is in the chat. You guys can come through. Atlanta residents or whoever, if you've been to Atlanta, if you know what it is, if you disagree with anything as well, go ahead. The link is in the chat. Do appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Gen Z as well and Black Trunks in the building, man. So make sure y'all go ahead and get that in. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, I still love Atlanta, man. I ain't even gonna stunt, bro. Like I fucks with Atlanta I fucks with it. I mean, it got a lot of bad stuff to it, but bro, like at the end of the day, I fucks with Atlanta, man. It's lit. There's opportunity out there. I love the real estate. I love being downtown, midtown. I mean, I still love Atlanta, man. It's just a lit environment, but it definitely is declining on the black side. But it's better on the just regular society side, you know what I mean?
I'll agree.
And I love Atlanta too. Like I got two townhomes in Sandy Springs. Dude, I bought these bitches for like $150.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Gentrification Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
6 a pop. In 2018, they're valued at $250,000 right now. Like the real estate has exploded. There's so much opportunity, especially on the outskirts like Ackworth, Roswell, Alpharetta, Kennesaw, Lawrenceville, Loganville. There are so many opportunities, and I don't want black people to say, yo, let's stay clear of Atlanta, man. You can do business in Atlanta without being in Atlanta because everything is like 20-30 minutes away, so you can live on the outskirts. I don't know if people heard that new song by Amaretta where she's like Decatur.
I heard Atlanta. That shit. Yeah, I heard that.
It's not Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like it's real like that, but niggas will make you feel like certain parts are Atlanta. Like Decatur, I would say stay away from DeKalb County.
I'm fighting my case in DeKalb. Fuck DeKalb. I'm out. I'm going.
I would say stay away from that because they be shooting up apartment complexes like fireworks on motherfucking.
Man, I'm from DeKalb, man.
We're gonna get to that. Let me get to Big Truck.
DeKalb County, DeKalb County, what do you call it? Jail, whatever, nigga, that ain't shit. It's the worst in Georgia, period.
Yeah, DeKalb is the worst. I ain't gonna lie.
It's the worst.
It's known all over the country. Like DeKalb is.
Yes. Yeah. Come on, bro.
Worst police,
bro. This shit dumb, bro. But
I bet. Let me get to the new people in the building, man. What's going on, Big Truck? What up, man?
Yeah, good morning. I'm not sticking around very long because I got to go buy some computers and some equipment and stuff. So I was just gonna say, it was just like that message that I sent you. We've been basically from New York. We've been sending a lot of people down there. First of all, our retirees moved down there because for one thing, it's warmer. And second of all, your real estate basically costs half, maybe even a third of what ours costs. Right now, like I'm looking at buying some starter houses in order to rent them, but these things are like $600,000. So, I'm not pulling the trigger right away. My group, we are actually building right now apartment complex down there. And basically we're going to use it as senior citizen transplants. So what it is that these people have their Social Security and we're going to have direct debit on them. And we're going to move them down there. They're going to automatically be paying us because it's money coming like directly from the government right out of their bank account. So there's a lot of opportunities in Atlanta and the surrounding area. Now, white people, the secret's out. White people, as you probably noticed, they're moving in there in high numbers. So the secret's out. But there's a lot of opportunities down there that we just don't have up here. So that's basically all I was going to say. But we're doing some projects down there, and within a short period of time, we're going to be moving some senior citizens from up here down there. So be on the lookout for New Yorkers.
I bet. That's hard right there. Let me get to this guy right here. But I think your first time up here. You look like you're from Atlanta. So what's going on? What's AT Quail?
Hello. Hold on a minute, bro.
All right. Let's get it together, man. I don't know what that nigga. All right, go ahead, Jordan. What's going on, bro?
What's going on? I wanted to get into the whole gentrification thing because I honestly don't think that's a bad thing. And
absolutely not.
The reason I say this is because of this. Like I told y'all a long time ago, I had got out the hood when I started getting my finances together.
Right.
It's a lot safer in a mixed neighborhood than it is. No disrespect to black people, I love y'all. But nigga, when it's too many niggas, it ends bad, bro. Like, cause y'all know I'm from St. Louis. Like, you had nights, bro, where you heard just nonstop shooting, ambulances, just all type of stuff.
Yeah,
and then it's just like
Louis is in the gutter.
Yeah, it's horrible. And it's just like the culture we have amongst ourselves. Like bro said earlier about the whole no snitching policy, this, that. I grew up in the hood too, but I kind of stayed out the way. Like I had homeboys that was in this shit, but I'm like, bro, I'm finna play football. I ain't getting this shit. But it's just like you kind of when it's a neighborhood where it's like, other folks or whatever you want to call it, that type of shit, you don't see it on a regular basis. Like,
bro, absolutely not.
Yeah, and it's sad to say, but like you don't have to worry about dudes hanging out the gas station. Bro, what hood you from? This, that. When a white person over there, I hate to say it, they don't do that shit. It's like niggas they had this alarm like, damn, I can't fuck with these white people. I can fuck with niggas in the hood, and they just don't do it.
The only pressure you gonna get in a white neighborhood is if you walking your dog and you ain't picking up after his shit. They gonna come knock on your door, leave you a note. They ain't even gonna press you like that. They're gonna leave you a note. Hey, can you please pick up the shit from your dog? Look, the thing is, the difference between living in the community and a white neighborhood is if you in the community and you ask your neighbor, hey, somebody just shot up the neighbor's house, and you ask them if they seen anything, they gonna say no. In the white neighborhood, they're gonna say, yeah, I seen him. He was in this car and he looked like this and other. So we talk about policing our own. We continue to say this because we were pushing the defund the police movement heavy. Most niggas was pushing the defund the police movement. And I'm just sitting back like, this shit is finna get scary. Because it's like we condone the lawlessness in the community as if this shit is normal, and this shit is not normal. In the last stream I brought up, I know this ain't Atlanta, but it's like Memphis with Makita Cookies. It's like we got black businesses who are getting pressure applied by black folks, and it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Slutty Vegan got robbed last weekend.
I give you one more. I'm gonna tell you even worse thing. When you actually a dude who can make it out the hood, and you try to put, you could even say your homeboys, because I told Ramil I done tried to put a whole bunch of my homeboys on e-commerce and stuff. They, no, I ain't got time for this. Oh, I ain't doing this. Or, you think you better than me? It's like no matter what you do, even if you somebody who made it out of there, and you do try to come back and help the other dudes out, niggas don't want to hear it. It's like they want to stay in that repeated cycle of bullshit.
Hey, Joe, that's from St. Louis?
Can you guys hear me?
Hold on. We're gonna get to you. AZ.
Who was that? He was from St. Louis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to you, bro. Shit, I went to Highland and I went to Cross Keys. I used to live in Jennings.
Oh, for real?
And Florissant and Ferguson. Nigga, I would have went to McClure North.
That's crazy.
That shit crazy. Hey, bro, I'm nationwide, bro. Nigga, I live in the Bay, nigga, in the Midwest. I'm in ATL. I'm everywhere. So I connect with everybody. Just shout out to you, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Bet. Let me get to the other gentleman. What's going on? AT Quail, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Are you an Atlanta nigga?
Nah, I'm not in Atlanta. I'm from North Carolina. But I guess to add to the conversation, whenever I was down in North Carolina and the town I was from, everything was just kind of jacked up, and just how people viewed things, like the opportunities were limited. So I moved up to Wisconsin. I had an opportunity where I was able to change my life. I was making like $3,000 a week where I was at. And so I invited family and stuff to come up here and to do the same thing. And I guess the point that I want to make is just sometimes we don't try to find out where the money actually is. You know what I mean? We try to go into oversaturated markets and things where we can't actually make money. There's no room for us there. I think that's the biggest problem. Like with Black people, we try to congregate in one area and not find somewhere where not just a place, but a certain field that actually has money.
Oh, okay, true. Shout out to we got somebody said, yo, y'all get them fucking likes up, man. All right, get the fucking likes up. Unless you motherfuckers, y'all must not like ATN. No, I appreciate it. I'm just playing, but get them likes up. Let me get to AZ. What's going on, man? And then we got CJ.
What's up, man? Hey, I've been a fan for a minute. You know, it's crazy. I'm in Wisconsin right now. I just came through St. Louis. My load got canceled, so I'm sitting here probably about to get an oil change or something. But I'm from Connecticut. I'm from Hartford, and I got out of there thinking I was going to live a better life in Atlanta. I mean,
I moved to Atlanta. You moved to Atlanta?
Yeah. I ended up getting a big ass house out there, like $500,000 now, and I would have been a big time producer, but my cousin, they tried to throw 5 murders on him, fuck the whole operation up.
Hold up, did he do the shit though?
Nah. He's trying to get nothing. Don't
ask questions like that.
Nah. He got cleared and shit. I mean, I ain't gonna say we wasn't in it.
Don't tell you. Don't even. Yeah. I can't believe I got 10.
Hey. I just say the times ain't matched up, so we ain't get caught for that.
God damn it. The time ain't matched up.
Nah. But you know what, yo? It's sad because I really love our people, but at the same time, I can't fuck with them, yo. Because like, yo, our people really seem like Ice Cube said in Barbershop.
Well, let me ask you this, bro. Why did when you moved to Atlanta? Why wasn't the life better in Atlanta for you?
No, the neighborhood I live in is great, but I can see the crime. Like, I don't want my girl going to the gas station. I tell her I'll fuel the truck when I get home because we got a Jeep. I don't want her at gas stations. I don't want her at certain Walmarts. Our people like killing each other.
No, they do. They robbing and shooting bitches at the gas.
Yeah. Queen Latifah car got stolen from the gas station right up the street from my house.
Akon too.
Akon too. But Akon got his shit back though, because I think he got that Black Mafia behind him. He got his back.
Yeah. Akon.
Yeah.
I've seen Akon several times in Atlanta. That nigga be moving. He be moving militant for real.
Yeah.
They shooting up the gas station. There was a 14-year-old kid who killed somebody at the gas station just yesterday.
It's sad, man. I'm like, we only the 13%, man. And it's like, okay, pro-black shit ain't work. I'm not with that anyways. But like, yo, why do we like killing each other, yo? Like,
look, bro.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, yo.
Yeah, I hear you, brother, but when you over here talking about the times ain't match up, and you got coming from you, man, I don't know, man, but let me get to I'm just playing, man, but let me get to CJ real quick, man. What's going on, CJ? What up, man?
What's good, man? I'm gonna have to check out Trunk's thing because I don't even stay out in the A no more. I'm gonna have to check it out. But nah, you made I heard you made a good point. You talking about you've been in Atlanta, like you noticed like a decline, and like Atlanta been like, I think like, you know, me being from there, bro, like Atlanta been on like a slow decline for like I say since 20. Yo, not Katrina. Damn. Yeah, you could say. Yeah. Hey, that's 100 though. Like that's facts. But I say like 2011, it really like social media and like when I was younger, it was like 70% black, and then like all of a sudden like now it's like almost like it's like 40-something% black. But it was like I say when American Deli came out, it kind of like they used to have they like all the spots used to be black. Like people act like they don't remember this, but it'd be like Jabon's Wings, G Wings, and all that. But now they got American Deli. They had Asian motherfuckers in there that'll charge you like 50 cents for a ranch and all that. It's just like the city just went to hell. But I say
so the city went to hell because you got paid 50 cents for ranch.
I'm just like even that just blew me like every
we're in trouble now.
But I'll say this though. I say this. People like
that's that inflation.
they blame a lot of stuff. They blame a lot of stuff on like the transplants and all that. But I'll say like, okay, everybody that moved there in like the late 80s and early 90s, like technically like we transplants are, you know what I'm saying, people parents and all that. But I say what I think really kind of like changed Atlanta was the drugs, like the drug game.
Yeah.
Like that the second wave of transplants that came in, you know what I'm saying, they try to get that money. Like Atlanta, I say Atlanta got more cocaine than any other city. And then it's like, you know,
I've heard that before, man, but it's kind of hard for me to like.
I think Texas and one other state.
It's hard for me to Miami,
but it's up there.
It's up there though, yeah.
Atlanta's up there.
And it's like with the whole like with the whole scene, like you said something about like you can be like a career baby daddy. Like okay, like the way the city set up, like you can get a bit like when I was there like 3 years ago, like I lived there like you know, like 23 years, it's like the way the city set up, like you can get, as a black man, you can get like bitches before you get a job, it seemed like.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's just like, and like you go to like all the major companies, you're gonna see nothing but black women in their work, and they giving all the resources to the women and all that. So when it comes to like,
they're starting to give $800 a month to all the single mothers in Georgia
for housing and shit.
Yeah. So like when it comes to like career baby daddy, like I left the city because like it was so many hoes. Like I had too many hoes, bro. Like I couldn't really focus, and it's just
that's why I say you can get sucked into the life out there because I'm talking, man. What is it? It's like 20. When people say it's 10-1 or whatever the fuck,
it's like 20-1.
That's not a myth, bro. I wish that shit was joke.
It's like 20-1. It's more.
It's a lot of hoes.
Yeah. Yeah, but you gotta be careful with them. Like homie said earlier, a lot of them will get you set up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
and when I was there, like, I really was just fucking with groups. Like, it got to the point I wasn't even like fucking with like one-on-one. Like, I was fucking with groups.
Mm-hmm.
Like bitches in Sandy Springs. Like,
yeah, that's why I moved.
Yeah, $10,000 mortgages and shit. Like, and up, and like that's why I say like Perimeter Mall, like. And like places up there, you know what I'm saying, Georgia State train station, you know, that little street. Because like you can literally like live off a chick and like have multiple chicks just like break, like just breaking you off. Like I got a homeboy, he got a house and he got a whip and he got a girl that stay in the house and he got a girl that he used to work with. She sleep on the couch and like niggas like, damn, man, you got a big house, you know, you got a whip and all that. The house is getting that's his other bitch house. So he got another chick in there, and it's my lame homie, bro. So like it's like niggas think
according to these niggas, you can't only certain dudes get chicks. But go ahead,
exactly.
This the lame nigga in the crew, bro.
Here too, bro. We all
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like like, bro, like I think he stayed on like Cleveland Ave and shit, but big ass crib or whatever.
You get a lot of house for the money in Atlanta, boy.
Yeah. So like you can get, they be saying short niggas can't get hoes, and they just be saying all this. Nah, bro. You can
go
be
to
like,
Atlanta, okay?
Go to Atlanta.
You get the problem, go to Atlanta. All right, shit. All right.
Shit, your girl could get hoes in Atlanta. My girl bring girls home all the time. Well, we used to.
Let me get to who is this? Q Nundrum. Go ahead, bro.
What's going on, man? How you doing, bro? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, I'm just listening in, man. And one of the things that kind of caught my attention was the issue of crime in Atlanta. I've lived in Atlanta since Katrina for a short time, and I moved out, but I've always done business in Atlanta. And what I found in Atlanta that's very contrast to other cities that I do business in is that black people are just fucked up as a whole, bro. And nobody wants to call it how it is. So let me give you a brief synopsis on what I mean by we are fucked up as a whole. We're the only race of people that fought through courts to give other people access to our fucking wealth. Does that make any sense?
Mm-hmm.
Not at all.
Well, what specific event you talking about? Like you talking about
Well, what I mean, okay, give you a good example. Sweet Auburn Avenue out in Atlanta was a financial hub for black people. Okay? We had a class of people that fought through the courts to have access to buy shit from other business owners. In order for you to go to the white business owners, you had to leave a black business owner. There's a book out, man, called The Jewish Phenomenon. The Jews have 7 principles of doing business. Principle 3 and principle 4 has everything to do with just them doing business with only Jewish people.
Right.
We're the only motherfuckers that want to spend money with other people.
Is that the guy who wrote "Thou Shalt Prosper"?
Kevin, I can't pronounce his last name.
Rabbi.
He's a rabbi, but it's called the Jewish Phenomenon. They have 7 principles of economics, and 3 and 4 is specifically speaks on just doing business with Jews. We don't have that same philosophy.
What's that book called? What's that book called again?
The Jewish
Phenomenon. It's called The Jewish Phenomenon
by Stephen Sil.
Yeah, I'm about to get that shit.
Iger or whatnot.
What's it called again? It's called The Jewish.
Damn, so these niggas, so they tell you right out front. They're not even hiding it. Yes, we only fuck with each other. Fuck all y'all.
We should take notes.
I'll put it like this. And here's the thing. I'm not sure if all you guys are Atlanta Falcons fans or whatever, but even the coach of the football team that you love has to study the film of the people that he's going up against.
Right.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah. I use that example.
Yeah. So it's not that you're trying to be a Jew. It's not that you're trying to be like a Jew. You're trying to study their guidelines to see how you need to operate.
That's fine. That's fine.
Exactly. You can go, okay, I'll give you a better way to look at it. The ratio of Hispanics in Houston, Texas, is 41%. Okay? Just follow me for a second. 41% of Hispanics in Houston, okay? As opposed to blacks and other races. Yet they own 60% of all the businesses in Houston. Mm-hmm. All right? Follow me now. The very first place that you can tell is to walk through their airport. You see Don Villaviso's this. You see Cuerva this. You see most of your shit dealing with Hispanics. Go to fucking Atlanta or go to New Orleans airport. You don't see anything that dictates that these are black-owned businesses.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I just wanted to read like the 7 keys to
7 principles.
They call it the 7 keys to the enduring wealth of a people. Number 1 is understand that real wealth is portable. It's knowledge. Number 2 is take care of your own and they will take care of you. Number 3 is successful people are professionals and entrepreneurs. Number 4 is develop your verbal confidence. Number 5 is be selectively extravagant, but prudently frugal. Number 6 is take pride in individuality, encourage creativity. And number 7 is be psychologically driven to prove something.
Man,
Kind of deep, ain't it?
Yeah.
See, but our biggest problem is, especially with this young generation, it's like no matter what, we always focus our wealth on, well, I ain't gonna call it wealth. We focus the little money that most of us do get, we put it in the bullshit. When you look at the certain thing, there's certain things we use as status symbols. We don't say, oh, look at the house I got, or look at the grades I accomplished. We say, oh, look at these shoes I paid $500 for that come out every single year that I paid $500 for last.
I mean, he used the example of NFL football. Look at all these NFL millionaires. Okay, damn, the most millionaires are made through entertainment, NFL, and the NBA. Why don't none of them own a team? They talking about the NFL's racist and all this shit.
Yeah.
Put y'all money together.
Dame Dash was just talking about
Man,
that.
that right there is the biggest thing.
I could do better than that, bro. Look at Jay-Z. The richer he becomes, the more broke he looks. Pay very fucking close attention. The richer he becomes, the more broke. Man, Jay-Z was running around here with a fucking bandana tied around his neck. He got dreads. He looked like somebody should be giving him some money. The two smartest people on this earth that I know.
From J. Cole.
Yeah, the two smartest people on this earth that I know is one of my teammates, Marshall Falk, and Willie Rowe.
You said Marshall Falk was your teammate?
Yeah, I played football with Marshall Falk in high school.
Okay.
I came out the year before him. But those are the two smartest people I know. Why? Because he had the best financial advisor that money could buy. Willie Rowe's father taught them to pay themselves $75,000 a year out of their salary the entire career. Marshall Falk is still spending his rookie money, bro.
Damn.
He's still spending his rookie money.
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah, that's
the problem is that's not majority of NFL players. The majority of NFL players go broke 3 years after they leave the league.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Look at Delonte West.
But at the same token, bro, the mindset that we must take on as Black people is the Pan-African mindset. We cannot wait for other people to fix our fucking problems. And we can, because the harsh reality is, if your car is broken and you're supposed to fix it, and if I come and fix it, even if I'm telling you I'm not doing it for anything, you're gonna feel that you owe me something. So we as Black people need to fix our own fucking problems, bro. From education to finance to housing.
Let me ask you a question then. So do you think? Because I don't think that's possible. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's over. But so why should somebody like per se or me or any other guy who, they're already, they're in a decent spot, and like, why should I care about the quote unquote community and the education and all that other stuff when at the end of the day, it's been greater men who's tried to fix this. Why I mean, I don't want.
Well, I mean, it's not so much of you choosing to deal with the entire community as a whole. Michael Jackson gave it best. You start with the man in the mirror. You deal with your kids. It's a very fundamental process. Deal with what's in your deal with what is underneath your roof first.
The thing is, if you don't mind, you said deal with the man in the mirror, but I mean everybody here, we're all looking in the mirror, right? Everybody on this panel and in the chat.
Sure.
But that's not enough of us though. It's not other people, that can look in the mirror. I mean, how much of us are in there? 700? That's not enough. There's not enough people looking in the mirror, right? So
and that's the problem.
Kind of what Ramil's saying is that, Ramil, I got a lot of respect for him, and if he ever wants to run for a position of what we're talking about, publicly, I'd vote for him, right? But like he said, I never.
Oh, that would never. That's funny.
No, I'm just saying.
Not even possible, bro.
I'm just saying. I never thought of.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place, and as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Gentrification Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Wait, what does he say is impossible?
Well, he's saying that
Anything is
running. But the thing is, it is true. I mean, remember, I got a lot of respect for you, but I never thought about it as what you're saying is there are better, more experienced men in this, per se. So that's crazy.
Martin Luther King, Jesus.
Like Malcolm X.
Martin Luther King led us to fucking destruction.
Yeah, I agree with that. But let me clarify that statement. But I agree with you, Martin Luther MLK. I don't really respect. But I'm just saying, like, when I say it's been greater, man, it's been like people like who really come down and try to mobilize Black people into some sort of,
like whom?
Like Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying?
Marcus Garvey.
Yeah, so people like that, if they ain't had no chance, I'm not. You got me fucked up. Now I'm worried about myself. I'm getting to this bag. I focus on my circle, people around me, who just so happen to be Black as well. But as far as that community stuff, man, look, bro.
Jesus died on the cross, and these hoes ain't even listening to him.
Yeah.
They put Jesus on their Instagram. They put Jesus in their Instagram. But
so I'm like, you gotta focus on your small group that's gonna work with you. Unfortunately, the rest.
Let him finish answering that question. So
I'm sorry, my bad.
That's all good. So you were saying what now? You're saying it's not about the community as a whole. What you were saying?
It's about in my philosophy, and it's just my philosophy, my opinion. I think that it starts with you. It starts with you understanding what you must do. And your biggest contribution to society is what you send out to society, which is your children. And right now, we're losing that, bro. Mm-hmm. We're really losing that. Your greatest contribution to society is the children that you send out to society. Because right now, you got, as we speak right now, they got two idiots fucking on a sofa that's going to produce a baby that they expect all of us to take care of.
Well, I mean, no, go ahead. No.
I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean that's true. But the thing is, I just look at it like, man, like that ain't my problem. I mean, I ain't trying to be like.
Well, okay, I'll put it like this.
Like, man,
watch this. I'm gonna children. Wait. I'm gonna show you if you don't give a fuck about it, how it will come back to haunt you. I can name about 5 kids that attended Edna Carr High School in New Orleans.
Absolutely.
Great kids. Great fucking kids. When I tell you awesome kids who were raised by 2 parents who were properly giving a fuck about them, their lives were taken by some parent who didn't give a fuck about them. So now you're telling me that it's not your problem, but that problem will eventually come and meet you.
If you don't mind if I interrupt you there, can you number 93? The thing is, that affected them. But the thing is, think about it. We're all on this panel right now because it's affecting us. So we're already being affected. The most you could do is you get one life, right? Well, I mean, half 30, 40 years old. So live it. Like Ramon said, fuck it. You can't fix it. Martin Luther King. I don't got respect for Martin Luther. What's the other guy? Malcolm X. They tried. They're dead. We're going to die one day too. You can't focus your whole life trying to, have this hope shit. Hope for what?
And unfortunately,
we're all being affected. That's why we're on the panel, right?
And unfortunately, these kids not ours when we have them. That's why I ain't have no more. They can get taken away. Like Ramil was saying, if I have another kid, it might be a surrogate or something.
No. I don't have any. Don't say another. I don't have any.
No. I get that. But the point I'm making, we can. In theory, we want to have kids grow them, have a better culture, but they're not our kids. They belong to the woman and the government. They can take them anytime.
You're right.
They're not our kids. So what's the use of that?
That is real. That's
well,
real.
I mean,
you can be the best father, and they'll take your kids
any minute.
Well, I mean,
you can fight for them, but you gonna end up with stress and a big bill.
Well,
on top of child support.
I'll say, well, like I said, there's people like Logisphere talking about like how to, you know, a lot of times, you know, and Mr. Palmer talks about that as well.
Yeah, I watched the show the other day, but who wants to spend 50 grand to fight for your kid? You shouldn't have to fight for your kid as a dad, which is what I did.
Right.
Well, what about, like I said,
Yeah,
you know, Logisphere talks about establishing paternity when the relationship is good and strike first, you know, already, you know, I mean, it's ways we just got to be more ruthless if you really want to go down that path. I mean, if you finna have a child like Logisphere, go strike first, get the paternity in your name first. You know what I mean? Why everything's good? Why she off guard? And,
it should be mandatory when they make you sign a birth certificate, but
well, some states have some guidelines set for people to protect themselves, but like I said, it's always in the interest of the child and in the mother. You know, the rough part about it is a woman can go out and fucking make 10 kids by 11 different daddies. You got 4 kids by 2 different women, and you the fucking whore.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, she's a strong woman.
Right.
Yeah. Fact,
you know.
Let me facts. Let me shout out to Derails for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. Shout out to Mental Agility. He says change starts on a micro level, not macro level. We have to operate in small cell groups, and if others don't.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's why I'm I got
We
my
need
small
to-
circle.
Yeah.
That's it, man. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? My foundation, man. To be quite honest with you, my foundation is institutions. I believe that our strength comes from our institutions. Now we've lost the church, even though I'm not a big believer in Christianity, but still, back during the 30s, 40s, and 50s, they were very instrumental in what we had to do as a people. Now our institutions are our colleges, and we're losing those as well. We have 101 HBCUs that are left, man, and right now they turn right. To be quite honest with you,
I mean, look at what Howard had to do. They were protesting outside of Howard just for livable dorms.
Man, my daughter's at Howard right now.
My daughter wanted to go there, and I told her no.
So what's that like? So she's outside because I've seen that video where they didn't even have running water. And
they're protesting in tents. They're literally sitting in the student center or camping out in the student center. Well, they ended the protest because Howard said they were going to do something. We're still waiting to hear back from them. But what's happening is they're getting all of this funding, but they're mismanaging the funds because they probably are distributing the funds and paying the staff more than they should. So it's a problem, and you see this all over the place. My sister went to Clark, Atlanta, and my other sister went to Spelman. They didn't even have AC in their dorms.
Hey, can I
in Atlanta? So Clark, and those HBCUs in Atlanta, they still because I heard they messed up too, like as far as like dorms and.
How are you supposed to learn? How are you supposed to focus on schoolwork when you can't even get AC in the damn dorms?
Yeah,
let me say
campus is not affordable.
I'm gonna be honest. This is gonna sound messed up. I think black people as a whole, and it's gonna sound like I said fucked up. I think black people as a whole want to fail and want their conditions to be shitty. Like think about it. HBCUs. I used to go to Harris State University. I already know. But when you look at the things that the majority of us do is self-sabotage. Now, regardless of whatever person you vote for, this, that. I think Trump had it for like I can't remember how many billions it was for HBCUs or whatever it was.
Yeah, I was about to get to that.
When Biden got in, that shit got reduced.
They cut it down. That's what I'm saying. Do y'all think that's part of the reason why HBCUs? Trey said no more MAGA money.
Let me tell you about HBCU money. I went to HBCU in Maryland. All right, I went to Coppin State University. That's where I did my undergrad at. So there was we had a collection of people that went to the White House every year to lobby for money, okay? And they would allocate money here and there for different universities. When Trump got in office, Trump just said, I'm going to give you the money, and he gave them a 10-year block. That 10-year block was a $45 billion expenditure, all right? Mm-hmm. So now he explained to them that if you need more money before that runs out, you can come back and lobby. We had an HBCU office in the White House to lobby for the interest of HBCUs. Now,
he racist.
And we tore him down.
I'll put it down. What's your name, bro? The one that said he racist. What's your name, bro?
I was being facetious.
No. But I'm about to add something to your point.
I'm voting for Trump.
So, but wait, watch this. Even if you hated Trump, even if you couldn't stand for it, hear me out. Even if you hated Trump, or better yet, think of somebody who you dislike, that you fucking hate. If there's $10 million with your name on it across country, you need to get there. Yeah. And the person needs to bring you there. The person needs to bring you there as the person you hate. Are you gonna get in the car?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. It's not about who bringing me there. It's not about who bringing me there. It's about getting to the bag.
You can work with them. Well, our culture can't compartmentalize.
The problem is that we choose to like politicians. Politicians aren't there for us to fucking like.
Yeah, that's a good point. We want to.
They're in service to us.
Look at how many people like Biden and like Kamala Harris, and all they have done was bent us over and fuck the shit out of us.
Yeah,
think about it.
It ain't over yet, man. Too, man. That's
So nevertheless, back to the point about the money. So Biden came in and we allocated that money. I know this because my daughter was using some of that money from Trump. Now
she still voted Biden, probably, huh?
Oh, my daughter. Now all my kids are conservative, bro.
Okay, I'm sorry. I mean no disrespect. I was just asking.
Now the other parts of my family, yeah, you got them right. So I've had to since take my daughter off of Howard's campus and put her in an apartment because they fucked up the money.
Wow. So you had to remove. Wow. That's crazy. And you did you pay the tuition with the room and board already though? Was that already paid for? Or?
Bro, I'm paying a full sleeve right now, bro.
That's crazy.
You can't get that back neither.
Now my youngest son.
Are they corrupt? Would y'all say they corrupt?
Very corrupt.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I'm going to explain further in a second. My youngest son is at the University of Memphis. He plays football. Andrew Jones, number 33.
Hey, don't tell me that. Hey, I would not tell. Hey,
don't give too much info on him.
Nigga, yo, I don't think you've been up here before. I don't think you've been up here before. This is the last place to be. These niggas, we got 500 people here.
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I don't have nothing to hide, bro. Nevertheless,
you meant 28, right?
What you say?
You meant number 28, right? You want to change that, man?
Yo, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, now the funny part about the business on HBCU's campus and how corrupt they are, none of the HBCUs, with the exception of 4 of them, actually own their own bookstore, which is the financial nucleus of that campus. All right? Park Atlanta, Howard, Morehouse. I visited 70 of the 101 HBCUs, man. Only 5 of them own their own bookstores. All right.
Wow.
The rest of them, the money comes into the bookstore, and it leaves, and it either goes to Barnes and Noble or goes to a company called Follett. Okay. Before you, if you are an HBCU grad or if you're expecting to be an HBCU grad, before you leave school, you're gonna get some crack of your money, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Okay. Bad. Let me read these. No, that's a good point. Let me read the super chat. Shout out to Black Gen Z Mindset. He says, great stream. Support the channel. Like the video. Share the video. Can't have change without discussion. No, salute to Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him, man. He was the one we did the dialogue with before we opened it up. And Black Trunks. Make sure y'all go check out Black Trunks. What you two look like on time as well? I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Well,
I'm chilling. I'm chilling for the day.
Yeah, I'm here.
Speaking of Kamala Harris and she being voted in, I mean, what's she doing right now? She like on vacation or something? I mean, she's been voted
She's a token, bro.
Yeah.
She's a token. She's the first Black female vice president. What's the right? You're absolutely right. I forgot about that. But what's the purpose of being the first person to the water and you refuse to put water on people that's thirsty?
Hey, shout out to Ramil. Shout out to the Logic Sphere. Hoes is winning. If you from the Bay Area, you know anything about Kamala Harris and Willie Brown, Hoes is winning.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris was with the shits. She's one of the original city girls. If you look up her hair, she with the shit.
She been with rappers. She been with rappers and all.
Shit, sugar baby.
Y'all gonna get this. Yeah, you know she is. Wait. Let's roll.
Handboard Harris.
She's not vice president no more. Man.
Oh shit!
Liberals got a lot of power right now. The liberals.
Yeah, she did the.
I'll tell you this. She can't take care of the black issues. She can't deal with the black issues. But that bitch can flip a coin at a football game. No, she good at that shit.
Kamala doing what she does every day, and that's what she gonna keep doing.
Let me shout out to Spiritual Man for the cash app, man. Y'all are trying to fuck my shit up. Shout out to Spiritual Logic for the cash app. I do appreciate you, brother. Salute, and as always, man. But yeah, man, I'm just man, we like always, y'all niggas just take this shit all the way to somewhere else, man. We're so far away from Atlanta.
We done went to DC, to Cali, to Brazil, and back.
I'm sorry about that, but that was me with my rant. I apologize.
Nah. We just playing with you, man.
If we're talking about Atlanta, though, I went to the Riverdale High School. I'm sure you know, Ramil. I used to live there. So I went to the same high school as Future, T.I., Ciara, all of them. I used to see them, walking through the school. This is, before they're famous and shit. But anyways, one of my best friends, his name's Kenton Branch. You can look him up.
Why do y'all keep pulling out y'all?
No.
This is my friend. No. This is my friend's real name, John Anderson. You can find him here. This is my cousin. He gotta go to this school. God damn.
No, let me finish.
All right, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I'm not stupid. I know we can't do that. So, anyways, he's really, really smart. He used to help me out and shit. And come to find out, when I moved to New York, we check in, our little friend group on each other all the time. So I hit him up on Facebook, and he didn't respond. And I see his baby mama. I hit her up, and things are kind of strange. And my dad, he's telling me don't hang out with these people, blah, 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 because they don't have a future, blah, 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 right? And anyways, I hit up one of our other friends, and he's like, yo, he's dead. I'm like, what you talking about? There's no way. We talk all the time. And because he stayed in Georgia, a lot of people moved out, or Atlanta, Riverdale. A lot of people moved out. He ended up getting killed. How he got killed? Some guy at the gas station, speaking about the gas station, pulled up on him in his car, and then they had a shootout. You can look it up. There's a video of this on online, and there's a whole news and New York Post or Georgia Post, whatever that shit's called, online. And that's how I found out my friend was dead. I seen a video of him in the shootout at the gas station, and they both ended up shooting each other to death. But that's
where was that at? And where was that?
This is in Riverdale, Georgia.
Yeah, so your homie somebody got popped again. Who got the police in the
That's me, man.
I gotta mute you up, brother. I gotta mute you up. But damn,
my
man,
condolences.
That's crazy to see a video of that shit. That's
I'm
crazy,
sick of this shit, man.
That's crazy, right? So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I'm hitting this guy up and he's not responding. We like crack jokes at each other all the time and shit. I didn't get any jokes being cracked at me. And then I hit up our friend Raheem. And he's like, yo, he got shot and he died. And I'm like, nah, that's bullshit. So I typed in his name and that was it. I was like, yo, this is fucking crazy, But that's Riverdale, Georgia for you. So.
Hey, when I knew Atlanta was bad, when I moved down there, I got rid of all my firearms when I moved up north. So I wasn't aware of all the carjackings and home invasions of Atlanta. Mm-hmm. But I seen this. It was somewhere downtown. I think it was the 70-year-old veteran, and they had cameras of his outside of his apartment, and it was these big ass high schoolers, like 6, 7 or something, kicking in his door, and he tried to climb down the banister and fell to his death. Yo, that shit had me so mad. I was in tears, man. I was like, nah, we getting guns today, bro. I'm sick of this shit.
I think Atlanta leads the nation with home invasions, don't they?
Yeah. That's my whole neighborhood. My whole neighborhood is all military and police. Everybody walk around with ARs, man. We don't play that shit.
My brother got robbed so many times over there, like in Riverdale, and I used to get guns pointed at me all the time over there, just for like some stupid shit. And my last day in Riverdale, I had dudes come out their house. Just after school, come out their house. Two boys come out their house with machetes, trying to intimidate me and shit. I never do nothing to them, But that shit's like a whole jungle out there, you know. Like
Which is-
you don't gotta bother.
Yeah, I don't know why niggas used to do that. Like niggas
But this
used
is
to come out
crazy
their house
because
with
the
knives
gun
and shit.
laws
Like,
is very lenient out here. You can have your gun. So how is it running through your house? Like nigga, you asking to get shot.
Fuck that.
So here's the biggest question. How do you think you should resolve the crime issue in cities, in metropolises like Atlanta?
Lock these niggas the fuck up. Stop
Bruh,
advocating for.
it's not working.
Stop.
It's
No.
not working.
It was working, but we started advocating. It was working. Niggas was getting locked up, and they was getting years for fucked up shit. I'm not saying lock niggas up for non-violent shit, but once you step over that edge and you get down to killing yourself. I know a nigga who did a home invasion. He killed somebody, 2nd-degree murder. This thing got out in 15 years. But that
the highest punishment, which is the death penalty, still hasn't stopped motherfuckers from killing each other. And the death penalty has been around.
I think most of the people who, 85% of the people who are committing murders in Atlanta are repeat offenders because they're getting out on supervised bail. Keep these niggas in jail. Like, stop. If they're doing a violent crime, they need to get mandatory time.
Yeah, but the thing is, it costs money. It costs money to keep people in jail, you know, and it costs.
In my opinion, do you know how Australia became a country? They started kicking motherfuckers out of England. So they need to try to find a more systematic way to get their fucking ass off of this out of this country.
But aren't they? Is it? But I don't know. But well, here's the thing: isn't Atlanta like with the gentrification? Aren't they doing something about it by pushing,
black people?
Nah.
Yeah, but the black people. New Orleans is going through the same thing. New Orleans is going through the exact same thing. But what they're doing is they're pushing the criminals to other neighboring cities.
I say put them all in the fence. Everybody want to be a thug, kill each other. Go on the fence.
That's what they're doing now. But the thing is, innocent people are getting caught in the crossfire. That's the problem. Like with the just let them kill each other out. Nah, that shit don't work because
those are people
in those neighborhoods.
Those are people who won't raise their hand to who want to be a thug though.
What do you mean?
But I think there was a guy on this panel that was saying one of his friends or somebody got shot, being innocent, right?
I mean, most a lot of these people, like a lot of these shootings, this is what it'll look like. 1 dead, 13 shot. These niggas are missing. They just going and spraying shit up. Niggas don't got no aim, so we know that there are a lot of innocent bystanders who are getting hit by crossfire.
Yeah, you're right.
I can do better than that. Every child that has been murdered, with the exception of, I would say about maybe 1% of them who actually pulled the trigger themselves, but every child that has been murdered, with the exception of 1% over the last 30 years, has been killed by stray gunfire.
I think it was some 14-year-olds having a shootout yesterday in Atlanta.
That was at the Shell gas station, and they ended up killing an innocent dude.
Prime example.
14-year-olds was popping.
They was having a shootout.
This is what happened.
It was a bunch of them.
This is what happened. It was a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old. The two little niggas tried to rob a nigga with a gun. So they ran up on a guy, tried to pull his gun from his waistband. Obviously, it was strapped in his hip. The guy turns around and starts shooting at the 14 and 16-year-old. The 14 and 16-year-old start shooting at each other. And then the young father, his name is John Battle. He was shot in the crossfire ducking.
Trying to get his daughter away.
Exactly. And he
did this happen in a gas station?
Yeah, it happened at the Shell gas station.
It was in Atlanta.
And I guarantee you that gas station is probably owned by Alibaba, who have all the fucking money in there, but they won't go in there and rob the fucking gas station.
No, they'll rob the gas station too, though. They'll do both. They'll come hit a nigga.
I haven't seen it.
Hit a lick on a nigga, and then they'll come back and hit the gas station. The thing is, though, them niggas, the gas station niggas, they done smartened up and taking precautions. They only keep like 40 in the register at a time. They don't smarten up.
They got a bulletproof glass, bro.
Exactly, they got bulletproof glass. They're good. The problem is,
they don't even
like,
take cash like that no more. If you notice, they just take the little swipe, or you can the little chip with your card.
The problem is these niggas are literally hanging outside the gas station And when you walking in, they asking you for money. You walking out, they mad that you didn't give them money when you walked in.
Right. I don't go to them gas stations.
I tell you, if there's anything that we have developed over the last 20, I would say over the last 10 years, if we've developed some dumbass fucking criminals. We had a guy that went to buy a dirt bike off of Facebook Marketplace. He met the guy to get the bike, killed the guy, put the guy in his own trunk.
Yeah, I heard about
dumped the
that.
body somewhere. Kept the cell phone.
Right.
Stupid. They try fucking cell phones.
Yeah, they triangulate them.
Damn.
Stupid fucking criminal.
Let me read you super. Shout out to QNojum93 for the super sticker. Appreciate you. Shout out to produced by Mephi. Say I grew up in Stone Mountain. ATL is the only city where you could definitely lose your life in the suburbs. I'm gonna have to say Chicago as well. Chicago got the most good suburbs.
Yeah, shout out to Chicago.
I don't know what it is about Chicago, but them suburbs is just like, I don't know. You think it's the suburbs.
Shout out to Reed.
I drove through Chicago last night.
Panola Road.
Well, niggas in Chicago are killing up people that they know. Niggas in Atlanta are killing up people just trying to either make a come up or just doing dumb shit. There's a difference.
I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't say that either, man. Chicago, it's a lot of innocent people.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of innocent people getting killed.
There was a 12-year-old girl who got shot in the back of the head 2 days ago. She just died in the hospital in Chicago. This shit is not a game. Everybody can get hit. I say women, children, it don't matter. These niggas will shoot anybody. It don't matter.
Yeah,
so we're not willing
Fabulous.
to address this shit. And
there it is right there. The DeKalb joint. Damn.
Yep.
Damn.
There it is. And the 14-year-old got shot. But guess what? He didn't die.
Damn.
So the niggas who were supposed to die and
Damn.
It's the
Decatur,
it's the culture, man. It's the culture.
That's Pookie County from now on.
Hey, that South Fulton shooting was like the craziest. When that nigga would pull up every morning and shoot the apartment every morning.
Yeah,
that shit was crazy.
It was every morning.
He was pulling up like every morning to shoot up. You know what I'm saying? It was great. Yeah.
But you know something? As far as those youngsters that are constantly committing crimes, every year or what have you, if you really want to know who the biggest problems are, just go to either a bond hearing or go to the visitation booth and watch the people that go in and out. They're the fucking problem, in my opinion.
Check this out. The 14-year-old boy, that 14-year-old boy who killed that young father, John Battle, he's max. He's gonna be in a youth authority, a youth center or youth prison till he's 21. He's not gonna be tried as an adult. He's not going to like really see the full repercussions of his actions. He's gonna be out by the time he's 21 years old.
That's
might even get his record expunged.
It's because
there's an
here's another question.
Unleash the criminals into society from the liberals. That's what I believe. But anyways, that was just my point.
But I think it's a lot of the menace to society. It's a lot of the menace to society type situations. But like with the young niggas in Atlanta. But the issue is like how they get created. I think that's the issue. Like, they don't care about their life. Like when you're young in Atlanta, like you really don't care if you a lot of dudes didn't care if they lived or died. So it's like, and you don't understand like the consequences.
Man, I think we need to have public corporal punishment for these motherfuckers, bro.
Facts.
A lot,
draconian.
Y'all start. So y'all basically so my thing is. Cause you saying public joint, other people saying shit like that. They don't get like nobody deserves due process.
Yeah, they deserve due process. But if they're found guilty without a reasonable doubt, and give it time to reinvestigate and let them do the appeal process and all that shit. And I know that takes resources, but niggas need draconian like.
Well, here's a good avenue. If a person gets sentenced to 20 years in prison, I'm willing to support some legislation that will cut that sentence in half if you get his ass beaten on a public spectrum. that would change the dynamics of everything. Because at that point, all of his homeboys to see him cry like a bitch.
Another issue is prison is lit now. It's lit. You know, like niggas is having fun in prison.
Yeah, no, bro.
Niggas, there's a hashtag on TikTok called, I don't know what the fuck going on in the background.
Who? Somebody sound like they in a joint now.
Hey, mute us now.
Somebody in the Brooklyn hallway over there.
Yeah,
I don't know, but my thing is this. If I don't. Like,
I'm muting myself, bro.
But let me see. Let me just say, like these problems. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just don't feel like. I mean, if you're trying to fix it, right? If you're saying these things need to happen, then I'm going to ask, okay, well, you know, are you buying up properties in the community? Are you doing all this to be able to? Are you lobbying for this type of stuff? That's my question, because it sounds like you have an interest in fixing the community and saying we need to do this to these guys. Then I'm going to ask, are you in there trying to set up a situation to make that possible?
The problem is majority of black people are not going to support it because it's going to be.
It don't matter if you got money and power. You can people away.
My position has been for the last 15 years is educating black men as best as possible. To getting them to understand the power of economics, the power of doing business with self, and the power of manhood. Manhood being the most important of them all. The problem that we have is it doesn't matter what I do individually or as a group, it all involves our young black men. So let me wrap this up in a nutshell. If you have two parents who live in two different houses and you get punished by one, and you go by the other one, and the other one doesn't observe their punishment, then you're not doing anything for the child. So the point that I'm getting to, it doesn't matter what we instruct community through as men. We have women right now that feel as though that their word and their instructions to young black men is more important than the man that's giving it to them. That's the problem that we have.
Yeah, as far as the leadership goes in the community, like politically, we've got a lot of women in power. And that's the problem. We're allowing.
But here's the thing. Why are we going? Look, the bitches are going for power, and they getting judicial seats. I think there's a place in Atlanta. Hold on, what are y'all is?
12.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Gentrification Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Something like that.
Hold on. I gotta see which one of y'all. It's a lot of paper shuffling and all type of shit. All right, here's the thing. So they're going for power on their end. They're going for it's a place in by Atlanta where females occupy all judicial seats. They just said they finna put a female in the Supreme Court seat, or they already did. My thing is, okay, them going for power got nothing to do with me. Why aren't we because you guys are looking at us as a unit, black men and black. We're not a unit no more. Like they're on their own shit. We're going for hold on, real quick. Black women, how I say, they're doing their own thing. They don't even look at black men as power. Let me ask you a question, bro. So why aren't black men going for power in that way, or even more? Why aren't black men going for like that?
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. In order for us as black men to get things straight in the black community, we have to separate ourselves from the white Anglo-Saxon power structure. We can't fix it.
What do you mean separate? What do you mean? What do you mean like?
We can't fix this through politics. Because if I become a state senator, and if I go there just tackling just things for black people, I will be pushed out.
I don't think that's I don't know about that, but let me ask you this: what do you mean separate from the power structure? What do you mean black people have to separate from the? What do you mean, like in other words, the country or
the things that we need to fix? We need to fix them from within, and not through a judicial system, or not through the election process. It's not going to happen.
You can't do that though, because you can't inflict any type of punishment, corporal punishment, whatever, on a citizen.
I'm not saying punish anybody. I'm not saying punish anybody. However, that is being done. When was the last time you seen a Native American in any American court?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to court every day, so
I'm asking you. When was the last time you seen a Native American in any American judicial system?
I mean, I'm sure it has.
That's like saying, when's the last time? I don't know. When's the last time I seen a black person? I ain't been to court. You know what I mean? Like,
no. But the point that I'm getting in is they have separated themselves from the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant power structure.
Yeah, but
that's why you don't see it. That's why you don't see it.
They got a different dude too.
Quality of life. If you're talking about like those nomadic people who kind of exile themselves from society.
No.
Quality of life.
No, okay, so bro. You can go anywhere in Oklahoma or the state of Washington, and you see something totally different with Native Americans. There's just as many of them as there are of us.
Oh, you said, hold on. You said it's just as many Indians as there's black people in the country?
I said it's just as many. I'm not saying there's more than just as many as Native Americans as there are of black people.
Why isn't that represented in the in like the census populations thing? Like,
I don't think so.
I may not be accurate with it, man, but the harsh reality is that, you know, they have separated themselves from what the fuckery that white people are doing. They have their own shit.
But they're still living like within the system. They're still operating within the monetary system, the political system. They're still
yes. Their own political system.
Right. If they get pulled over by the police, they still have to go to
what
American
court. What fuckery
court.
are you talking about that white people are doing? What fuckery are you talking about, bro?
Well, no. What I'm saying is, okay. If you ask about fuckery, if anybody's at the computer right now, you can look in the state of Florida. I can't remember the name of the case, but there was one judge that had two young men, a white man and a black man, both the same age. They had the exact same criminal history, and they were both arrested and went to trial and lost for burglary. One of them got probation, the white boy, and the black boy got double digits.
Yeah, but
let me tell you why that happens sometimes. Hold on, let me tell you why that happens sometimes. All right.
Okay.
Because what people don't understand is, for one, judges rule off of discretion. Okay. So their sentences are discretionary, and people may look at it surface level like, oh, he's black, he's white, he got a longer sentence, and he got a shorter sentence because he's white. A lot of that shit has to do with the judge's discretion. So if you got a white guy who's going into the courtroom and he's doing what he's supposed to do and has his paperwork, his lawyer got his paperwork ready, he's not going into the courtroom with an attitude, he's remorseful, the judge can see that, he's going to be more lenient on that kid, no matter what his color is. If you got a black dude, if you got a black dude, he goes into the courtroom, he got an attitude, he's scoffing, he's smacking his teeth in the courtroom. This shit happens a lot because I be in the courtrooms and judges are giving slaps on the wrist to everybody. Nigga, I was in the courtroom. I was in the courtroom last month, and it was a guy, a white guy, and he got all types of charges.
Exactly.
He got a slap on the wrist. Then they had a black guy. He got a slap on the wrist.
I've done stuff where I got pulled up on, by I don't want to be too specific, but like 30 state troopers, right? And I couldn't sleep for months, right? That's as much as I'll say. And when they come, this is a federal. I had two federal things. Let's put it like that. And they comes. I just get a letter home one day that says, "Hey, everything's been dropped. There's no evidence." I'm like, "Wait, what do you mean there's no evidence? The police have the evidence." And I don't see things in America as racism on that level. I see more.
But check this out though. Check.
Wait, I need to answer your question. I need to respond to what you said about the thing in Florida. I'm not sure if you're familiar with how the sentencing guidelines work within the judicial system. But we're talking about. I want to be very clear in what we're talking about. We're talking about two people, two different races, go before the same judge in the same courtroom in the same month and get two separate sentences. See, you have to understand that whether or not they were remorseful or whether they were remorseful, when it comes to these sentencing guidelines, especially when they've been found guilty, not when they plead guilty, it's different. You could say that, pardon?
Yeah, I was going to say something about that.
Go ahead. Well, I mean, you can't say this fair. This is how when people appeal a sentence, the only way that you can say whether a sentence is disproportionate or not is if you have to find someone in that same judicial district that has had the exact same case as you, and they got something different.
That's very nitpicky. I mean, everybody's case is different.
Even though you have the same charges, not every case is the same. There's something called severity of the crime. I'm telling you,
there were some white and Latino people in the courtroom with me that had like weed charges, and they were like crying and like prosecutors telling them, hey, nothing I can do, this and that. And then I mean, mine came, which I'm not gonna say anything more than that, but it was very it was much more of an actual type of thing that you don't want somebody in the public for afterwards, right? And I mean, case dismissed, and I'm black.
So let me say that. Okay, so obviously there's statistics, right, to say, okay, the judicial system can be slanted. My thing is, like, just try to avoid this shit, like, as best as possible. And I agree. But at the end of the day, I think the law is pretty, like, America has one of the best legal systems in the world.
The best.
I agree.
Exactly.
I mean, y'all would want to be. I mean, come on, man.
You can bond out 10% of your bail price. There's niggas who are bonding out on murder charges, bruh.
Exactly.
But we want to nitpick on this crime didn't fit the sentencing on this crime and this guideline. There was a guy who was a truck driver and shit like that. He got sentenced to like 110 years. Social media came out there. He got his sentence dropped down to 10. He should have pleaded out for the 8, but he took it to trial, lost, blew trial. Niggas started screaming and hollering for his ass, and now he got a reduced sentence. Totally against legal discretion, totally against guidelines.
Did the government do it?
The judge made his decision. The judge.
I'm talking about when he got to reduce. When he got to reduce.
No. Hear me out. In order for a judge to reduce a sentence, there has to be a legal filing of a reconsideration of sentence. That reconsideration of sentence has to be supported by case law. When you support that reconsideration of case law, you have to do the exact same thing I said before. You have to find someone in that judicial district, or either on the federal level that would be supported by federal case law that says that, hey, this person got more than what this crime's got. Here's another case that's just like it. This is why it's disproportionate. A judge just can't sentence you to 50 years and then bring you back on his own thoughts.
So let me ask y'all. So y'all think, just on a tangent, real quick. First of all, shout out to Mike V. So Ramil speaking big facts. Mike V said again, Ramil asked a legitimate question. Why don't black men move collectively for power like black women do? Answer the damn question. Okay, that's next. Okay, that's the next question. We're gonna get to, but do y'all don't think that 110 years for that truck accident, was that overdoing it or no?
That was overdoing it. The problem was though, he had a plea. He could have pleaded out to 8 years.
But doesn't he have a right to go to trial? Like, why they gonna give him 100 years because he went to trial?
He does have a right to go to trial, but he also has a right to blow trial too, and he blew trial, and he should have took the plea deal. And I'm glad that the outcome happened. But hold on, 4 people died though. Think about their families.
Okay.
But even the family said that, hey, I don't agree with the 110 year sentence. But the thing is, the judge used his discretion and changed it. That guy, he's going to do 85% of those 10 years.
Are you from Atlanta, brother? The brother that's doing all the talking right there? Is he from Atlanta?
Yeah.
The brother who was just talking. What high school you went to, bro? Because I'm from Atlanta. I'm originally from Summerhill. Where you from?
So I went to Riverdale High, and then I transferred to.
Yeah, you went to Riverdale too?
Yeah.
Okay, so you down from Riverdale, from Clayco. That's where you went to middle school down there too. North Clay Middle? Where you
I didn't
where
get
you
a
go to
middle
middle
school down
school?
there. I didn't get a middle school down there. I went.
Okay, I've been a teacher in Atlanta public schools. Also, I'm also a product of Atlanta public schools.
Yeah, I
went
worked
to
for
Fort
Boys and
Valley
Girls
State
Club
a
in
little bit.
Gainesville. I
HBCU.
worked for the elementary schools and for Boys
Okay,
and Girls
okay.
Club in Gainesville.
Well,
I mean, we could talk about credentials, bro. I'm in
Okay, well, I wanted to get a representation of who you were. Are you really from Atlanta? Can y'all hear me clearly?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Y'all can hear me?
Came on G Check.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, what I want to say, brother. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, what I want to say to the brother, it seems like you're doing a lot of complaining about Atlanta. I guess it hypes up the conversation, but you're doing a lot of complaining. Come up with some solutions. You from here, from the Metro Atlanta,
I did.
Change up to solutions, man. You're doing a lot of complaining. That's all I wanted to chime in and say.
Bro, you don't know anything about, bro. I put out solutions. We've been talking about solutions. We just read 7 tenets of how you can, and then he leaves the screen.
Yeah, Gen Z.
That nigga ain't shit, dog.
These niggas don't want to hear shit, bro.
Shout out to Yoga, man. But he ain't shit. But let me answer Mike's V's question. He says, "Why don't black men move collectively for power like black women do?" Exactly. So that's why I'm not worried. I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about what these hoes do, how much power they get. I'm thinking like. You say we do, but then why aren't we represented like they are in
I mean, we're up there. We're up there. We're getting to that. I mean, we got black sheriffs, we got black police officers, we got black mayors. Andre Dickens.
But are they for black men though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
just listen. Can you listen, bro? We got Andre Dickens. We got Mayor Eric Adams in New York, and I don't agree with them. We're represented. My point is, we are represented. We're out here, but the problem is the problem is that. You
missed what he just said. You missed what he just said because
are they for black people?
Yeah, that's you don't matter.
No,
they're black man because the black women that get into office, they are for black women. They are head up, nigga. They represent the gang, nigga.
They're not though. Because they advocate for reduced sentencing. They advocate for reform, and those same black women who are saying protect black women, who do they need protection from?
They're just saying that as a fucking.
No. It's not anybody.
Let's keep it real.
Yes, exactly. That's who they need protection from. And I'm not trying to come at the Pookies. I'm not trying to come at the Ray Ray.
No, it's all good.
But there is a lot of black femicide.
No, you're right. You're right. My thing is, you're listening to what they say. You listen to what they say, and not listen to what they might say. Protect black women, but then that's not their action. They still fucking with the same dude. So I'm just like, I don't listen to what they say.
Yeah.
When they get
I can tell you what it is,
power,
bro.
they're pushing in laws that are lenient for criminals. That's what
exactly.
I'm saying.
That's what they mean. That's what they mean when they say protect.
So they're
black
not
women.
advocating for black women. They're not advocating. They're talking about.
They're advocating for what black women want. Okay, that's what they're advocating for what black women want. Okay, they make it a point to say, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You know, so what I'm saying, the black men don't do that. The black men who get into political position don't go for what black men want.
Black men go for what black women want.
Exactly.
They get political power.
And
that's
the
problem.
Exactly. So
why
are we represented? So the question is, why aren't we represented by black men who are for it? That's the question. Why are we moving like that? To answer Mike V's question, what's so hard about that?
Because those type of black men who a lot of us, unfortunately, we just decide to move and leave the shit. We're like, it's the dumpster fire. I don't want to deal with it. I'm just telling you why. So when you see the black men who get political power and then they follow through with the liberal agenda, the reason why they do that is because they can't go against. And if they do, they're gonna be, oh, you're a coon, you this, that, and the third. If there was a black politician who, when Trump was in office, he said, I support what Trump's doing. You know, look at Ben Carson. Look how they did Ben Carson. This is one of the smartest black men that damn near ever lived. The first black man to separate Siamese twins, but they turned him into a sellout. They turned her into the butter biscuit eating nigga and whatnot.
Oh, no, he a cool for sure.
No. How though? How?
Bro, let me tell you, bro, not even
answer that. How who said he how was he
look at Ice Cube. They did the same shit to him.
I'm saying from the Pookie and Larry perspective, and these Pookie they look at him as a cool because he talks proper, like he's conservative, he believes in family, he believes in values. Once you start speaking that, they say you speak white. Nigga, I'm from California, right? So I speak proper. Nigga, I first moved out here, bitch straight told me, nigga, why you talk like
you sound
that?
white.
You talk white. Nigga, you talk proper. The fuck?
And then ask yourself, what the fuck does that mean? So what does talking black mean? Like I gotta talk like this, like I gotta act like I'm TR or some shit.
Ebonics and shit.
So I gotta change the tonality of my voice to talk to a black woman who thinks that I talk white when I'm clearly black. That's
you got to mispronounce some words too. You got to keep in mind. You got to mispronounce some words. Right. I guess.
Instead of light skin, I gotta say light skinned to sound black. Like, what are we saying? What are we saying? Like, what do you think black is? Tell me what you think black is, and I'll tell you how much of a coon you are.
Oh. Well, yeah, that is what it is.
I agree with that.
It is. Yep. Salute to
somebody got shot.
Yeah, I see. Somebody salute to Loaded with Game. We said the answer is indentured servitude. Forget about jail. Make these criminals serve the community, victims or victims' family. Okay, see, people saying solutions. There it is. People talking about solutions. Somebody shout out to my troll in the building. Here's for the 199, man. Appreciate you, man. Salute.
Bro, I'm in downtown New Orleans, so I'm gonna just put myself on mute. I'm gonna be hearing goddamn sirens all
night. Yeah.
I want to answer your question though, bro.
Nah. Like when them sirens go off, you can answer the.
When he, but
loud as hell.
You saying like in Atlanta, like how come like black men aren't doing the same thing as the women as far as like getting the power? Like the black men, it seems like when they get to a certain position or something, like the ones that are like in like a high position, like they some of them they might put their homeboys on or like a few friends on, but they not looking out for like all black men. They get comfortable because it's like they have their own motives versus the woman.
Brother, there's a terminology for that. It's called the black bourgeoisie. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, but as far as like the women,
the woman bourgeoisie, they look out for women. The black woman bourgeoisie look out for the black. Well, go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's like a genetic thing or if it's something to do with testosterone. Or you wanting to be that nigga out the crew? Like even if you have like 4 dudes, like your homeboy want to take your spot. When it's the women, they got the management position, they got the human resources, the hiring department. They're trying to reach down and pull the woman with no teeth, the homeless woman. They'd be like, "Oh, you got kids? I'm gonna get you a job. You can be the assistant. You can be the receptionist." Like they're pulling them in like they can't get enough. They can't get enough. They're trying to pull all of them in. Black men is different. Everybody had their own.
That mentality comes from slavery.
It's kind of like with the. But let me say one thing. It's kind of like with the with getting pussy. It's like the dudes that are winning, they not complaining. They saying like, "Oh, I'm getting all these." They're not trying to help the dudes that's not getting pussy get pussy. Basically, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey man, quit timing people out. Black, you going stupid, Black Troy. Go ahead, let them rock, man. They in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Let them rock, man. But go ahead, CJ.
Yeah, I was
my bad. I've been going crazy.
Unless they say something like stupid, but
it's similar.
My bad.
Yeah, I was just saying it's similar to like the 10% of guys that are getting pussy that they say they're not trying to help the other men get pussy. Same thing with the economics and business and everything I see in Atlanta. Dudes are not trying to they're not trying to help other dudes out, pull them in like that. They're not doing that. It's like different motives.
That's not true. I mean, motherfuckers are literally trying to reach out. Some people, you gotta understand.
Okay, I'm saying name them. Like name the business.
Hold on.
I'm from Atlanta.
Some people, I know. Some people just don't want to work. Have you ever thought of that?
No, I'm saying name the people. No, I'm saying name the people. Like
I just did a story on a dealership that is picking up these water boys and taking them in and teaching them how to detail cars for $80 a pop. And if they start detailing the interior, they're gonna get $300 a pop. There's also Slutty Vegan. All their employees are black. There's also hella clubs that all their employees are black. It's not that some niggas just don't want to work.
Okay, now let's keep that's true for some cases, but you have the highest concentration of HBCUs. You have dudes like Robert Smith that are like pay off one class graduates tuition, but why are so many dudes at Morehouse not getting jobs? Why, if you have the highest concentration of black male
because you're getting a useless
are they
degree.
working at warehouses?
You're getting a useless degree.
That's not okay, but females are but black women, if they get a useless degree, like let's say they get psychology but they don't graduate, they get a job as a receptionist making $50K. They can still get pulled in insurance, assistant coordinator, director, assistant.
You can do that too.
No, but if you apply and you're a black man, they hear a black male voice. They're like, okay, they're in the human resources department. They hiring women, bro. It's not, bro. Atlanta got like the highest EEOC complaints.
Yeah,
from black men.
Bro,
Wait, CJ,
you can get a job in Atlanta.
No, you said you can get a job. No, okay, you just said they hiring dudes to detail cars. If you have an engineering degree, why are you getting hired to detail cars?
These niggas don't have engineering degrees.
I'm saying you're talking about the water boys, but we know.
I don't know no nigga with an engineering degree who can't find a job.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
My homie just graduated with an engineering degree. He's working.
Yeah, my brother got engineering degree. I think what you're saying is that you're saying that we just don't move how they move. But it's definitely opportunity out here, but we're just not. I mean, and it's not our responsibility to.
Yeah,
but like I said, Mike asked the question.
Yeah,
Mike just asked the question. Why don't we move like them? And the thing is, I think you right, CJ. We just don't have we have our own motivations. I guess I don't know, but like I mean,
I think the ones that do, like the black men who are doing right for themselves, we do move like them. It's just that. You know, the unfortunate thing is we're also like, I call it like wanting to be invited to the cookout syndrome. You want to agree with what majority of black people are saying, so they don't take your black card. And that's the problem with a lot of black men. Sometimes we can be conformist to a certain degree, especially when it comes to our people. That's what I would say.
Okay, Jim. No, I think you also right too. A lot of us do that. Like a lot of us do look out. It's just like as a whole, we're not going for the power thing. Like, dog, that's been my stick shit I got on YouTube. Like, you know, the power thing that's a problem. I can't.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as the power thing is concerned, man, we still dealing with, and I mentioned it before, the black bourgeoisie situation. You know, we have a lot of motherfuckers that get to a position of power, like Steven from Django. And they only want to affiliate themselves with people that are already powerful. They're not looking
those type of people are not on my radar. I just move to the next. Whatever power somebody else has, I'm trying to get my own. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll do what I can on mine, because at the end of the day, people gonna have their own motivation. I think CJ is right. But
well, I'll tell you this. Let me tell you what has been a culture shock for me. I moved to the Pacific Northwest about 6 years ago. I don't know if you know anybody that lives near Seattle. Not so much Seattle itself, but north of Seattle, like Tacoma or Marysville. Black people are different up here, man. I mean, up there. So when I moved from New Orleans up there, the people in New Orleans are just fucking crabs in a barrel. But when you go to the Pacific Northwest, they want to know who you are and how can we pour into each other. And from my understanding, that's what Atlanta was like decades ago. Before the monorail, I think. What was the mayor in Atlanta that said, "Fuck that, y'all go separate these goddamn contracts and give black people some of this work"? What's that mayor's name? Is it Dinkins? Was it Dinkins?
I don't know which one. I don't know what time period you're talking about.
There was a mayor. What made Atlanta the black powerhouse that it was that there were a lot of public bids that was coming in, and black people wasn't getting a fair share. So he made sure that everything that coming through the mayor's office, that it was equally distributed to contractors based on their race and how they live in the city. So there was a lot of black people that lived in Atlanta, so they got a lot of the business. That the monorail that's in Atlanta was built by about maybe 30 or 40 different companies. Most of those were black.
Oh yeah, I think I did read something about the rails being built by black people. But that's I
mean, there's some good things going on, no doubt. But the elephant in the room, in my opinion, is the crime. Nobody wants to address it, and that's going to be our downfall. So. That's
right. Yeah, absolutely right.
That's my point.
All right, hold on. Can I say something from it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, to answer the super chat question about why black men are not like collaborating together to gain political power, it basically starts in the house. Like everybody here, like Ramil, you shared your story already. You said that you were with your mom and you were going down the wrong path, but then as soon as you go to your father, that's when he built that that instinct in you into do for yourself. And I think that is the problem. A lot of the young black guys that is born in America, you guys are mostly with your mother, and you're never around like a strong male figure to be like, hey, look.
But here's the thing, man. Like I'm dog, that shit, dog. I give a nigga to 25, dog. After 25, I don't give a fuck how you was raised, dog. You can't tell the judge I grew up with a single mother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but it goes back.
No, I'm not talking about just that. What I'm saying is the mentality. Because, like, for example, like for me, I was raised to do everything for myself. So that mentality at a young age, all the way up, to actually generally start that mentality at 25. Yes, you can do it, but you're already behind. And like Black Gen Z said, a lot of this is what I've seen. A lot of black people, even here in Connecticut, they're just lazy. Even if they know the mentality of do it for yourself, they're just like, nah, bro, like I started too late. I'm a run, you know what I mean? I'm gonna do other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to black male image, in my opinion. Like when you have niggas who are 50 years old who still busting slack, like, bro, that's a problem. Like to this day, I will see grown ass men like sagging their pants. It's like, bro, how do you expect anybody to take you seriously if you don't even take yourself seriously? And that's why I advocate, and I know niggas are gonna say, oh, you don't need I advocate for the suit. I advocate for some type of business casual dress wear, because at the end of the day,
you fuck with suits. Just say you advocate for the suits.
I fuck with the suits. Look, you gotta separate yourself. You gotta separate yourself
like that. White.
What do you mean they don't have to dress up like that?
I'm saying it's white. I'm saying people saying the problem.
No, we already did that stream. We already did that stream. I ain't trying, but go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna say white people not lazy.
You gotta separate yourself from the riffraff. You gotta separate yourself from the nonsense. You gotta separate yourself from the bullshit. So, you know, people talk about profiling this and profiling that. Most of y'all niggas have not been profiled. Stop the cap. Like most of it, like you're good wherever you go. At least for me, like when I go places, I'm good. The only niggas that I gotta look over my shoulder for are these 14-year-old water boy niggas. You know what I mean? Like, and that's not to sound like I'm on hard on them, but it's like, bro, why do I have to feel like?
So you're saying that white supremacy is not the problem?
Hell no, not in 2022.
And I 100% agree with that. No. You're saying the system is because I feel the same way, man. But it's like you still got a lot of people who are still caught up with the white man holding. I can't do nothing because I'm like, it's man, you got all the opportunities out here, man. Go ahead, my bad.
The system is broken in the ways that niggas don't realize. The system is broken because it's not giving harsh punishments. Like I remember when this first really started happening, I think around like 2015, like niggas was coming home like that off of all types of crazy charges, and people were really like, man, this nigga gotta be snitching. This nigga gotta be snitching. Where's the paperwork on this nigga? This, that, and third. He gotta be snitching. It's like, nah, they're just giving niggas slaps on the wrist. They letting you out. And it's giving a lot of niggas second chances and opportunities, definitely. But it's also enabling a vast majority, and that's a problem.
Yeah, they are very it is very lenient. I would say that. I mean, you got, like I said, they even in Chicago, like a nigga can catch a body, you know, the carjacker's going crazy, though. I don't give a fuck. You gonna carjack, you can get caught 4, 5, 6 times, you're gonna get right the fuck back out. And
there are 100 murderers, people who are waiting to go to trial for murder. Their court dates in 2024. There are 100 of those people in Chicago with ankle braces on. They're on house arrest.
What? Yeah.
50% of them crowded. 50% of them cut the ankle brace. And then in California, they are letting out 60,000 inmates. 60,000.
Yeah, no bond. They just like
that was for the pandemic. That was for the pandemic. So you release 60,000 of these crazy motherfuckers. I don't care what color you are. You know what I mean?
Well, the pandemic release though. No, but like Gen Z, the pandemic release though was for like
non-violent,
aggressive. Yeah. in California. I don't know what.
Yeah,
it was
but
like for
No, I'm talking about right
You
now.
say that.
Though. There's
You
people
say
that
that,
got
but-
violent crime.
No.
Exactly.
He said pandemic. No, he said pandemic release. So I wanted to clarify.
No,
that.
they were letting violent criminals out. You know, does anybody know the Julius Jones case? The case that Kim Kardashian-
they have been let them violent.
Does
motherfuckers
anybody
out too,
know,
dog.
if you're familiar with the Julius Jones case, the case that Kim Kardashian is trying to get this nigga out for, and people praising her like Kim Kardashian coming to save? No, she's letting a nigga out who killed somebody, who was involved in an armed robbery and killed somebody.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So it's like, so everybody's rooting her on, like, oh, Kim Kardashian, she for the culture, nigga. She's and look, he may be different now, but he did that shit. There's plenty of evidence against the nigga. He got convicted. He lost in trial. He was trying to make up some bullshit excuse. The nigga did that shit. She's advocating for him and trying to get her law degree based off of this shit. And people are giving her praise, acting like she's some type of activist in the community. Look at Black Lives Matter, $60 million. Where the fuck is that money?
He said 60 million. I think it's been more.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Gentrification Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
More than that, dog. I think we're talking about hundreds of millions.
Yeah, it was like
60 million or 600 million, something like that.
They getting investigated now about a couple states though.
They got in the real estate.
But how many of y'all blacked out y'all profile on Tuesday for Blackout Tuesday? How many of y'all supported? How many of y'all donated? How many of y'all have put BLM in y'all bio?
Not at all. Not at all. I told my wife to get off that shit.
Don't get on here. I'm not talking about you in particular, but it's gonna be a lot of niggas get in this chat and start lying. I wasn't for that shit. I knew that shit was exciting. No,
well, I don't know if you. I don't know how familiar you are with this space over here.
Space
like it's not really like a lot of like it's some liberal. But it's the BL, like even the liberals. Not a lot of black men over here supported.
Okay, I got BLM. I was just saying.
But in the regular world, niggas was on that hard. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
I had to tell my friends to go look at their bio, their mission statement on their site. It's not for us. It's not for man, woman, and child. And what's the word for the family? They revised it.
The normal family.
Yeah, they revised it. Yeah, you can.
They want alternative families. So they want men and women and rainbow men to raise your children, not you. They want the father out of the home.
21 Savage, like they're big.
And that's probably one of the things. That's probably one of the things Manosphere did get right was calling out this BS.
Yeah, between you and Angry Valdez, between
for the rare things that niggas got right over here.
You got on that.
This shit fucked up now, but yeah, somebody said Logisphere. Said these niggas. Yeah, a lot of new people coming. Yeah, y'all right. A lot of new people coming through. Yeah, man. It is what it is. But go ahead, bro.
Oh yeah, I ain't had nothing to say.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Hey,
my bad.
I want to say, let's stop using the white supremacy thing, the boogeyman, the victim mindset for reasons that we don't try and succeed. That's another thing too. A lot of black.
You bugging out.
Yeah, you breaking out, bro.
Hey, Ramel, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, to build on what he was saying, I was gonna get.
Kanye West of the world, all these.
Hey, you bugging? Hey, Black Trunks, you going in and out? You going in and out, Black Trunks? You going?
He gotta go get out and come back.
Yeah, you going in and out.
All right. Let me drop back in.
I think I might be good now, but
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go after.
Well, I'm just saying, let's just stop using these excuses and let's stop blaming all white people, man. There's white people that helped me out, man. And put me
hell yeah.
For sure.
Train me how to use my camera and shit like that, or gave me my first job, man. This white lady was the first lady that gave me a job. I worked at a YMCA. I was a youth leader. I worked with troubled youth, and juveniles, and and kids. I was foster kids and stuff like that, and that helped me, grow as a person and help me in sales because I can relate to people. I can sell to an old person. I can sell to a child. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think, like I said, with white people, it's just good to learn from it. And they ain't the reason why niggas ain't successful, but I ain't finna be up here praising now. You like, yo, white people, they did this to me. This nigga, I'll just mess with you, Backstrong. But yeah, man, it is what it is, bro. Like
ever since,
no, go ahead,
I was gonna say with the whole white supremacy thing, like if you look in history, because I always argue history in the chat. If you look in history, you could clearly see there's a point in American history where just black people on the whole, no matter which state you look in, was striving. And it was the point during segregation where black men and black women understood, hey, look, this is for us. We do for self. But now I don't even know what happened. Well, I do know what happened, but like the mindset just keep in there saying, oh, white people are keeping you down. And which in all honesty, that mindset itself is what keeping you down. Like if you already imagine the age of 7, you already have a defeatist mindset. By the time you hit 25, you still have that defeatist mindset. Then by the time you're 50, Gen Z, as you were saying, like they're just walking around still doing like, bro, at the age of 50, like not even the age of 50, by the age of 30, and you still want to be a gangster. To me, it's like you're just done, bro.
We have to stop.
We have white supremacy though.
No, we have to stop. We have to stop.
I can break it down. We get down.
But listen, though, we have to stop propping up entertainers who we know nothing about. We have niggas like Jay-Z, Fat Joe, Meek Mill.
You looking for the shipping office?
Hold on. They are pushing policy.
Shipping office?
Bro, you got to mute up, bro. You got to mute up.
This nigga have UPS.
They are pushing policies that say, hey, these little niggas who are confessing to murders in their music, we're trying to push policy that allows it that the courts cannot use that as evidence against them.
Yeah, they're trying to get them immunity.
Exactly, and that's what your rappers are doing. Who niggas are propping up and shit like that.
Now
Like,
let
why
me
are
ask you
these
this.
niggas
Let me ask you
pushing
this.
policy?
Well, let me ask you this. As a rapper, isn't that in their lane then to protect it? I mean, because I'm not expecting rappers to come out and fucking do
it is, but it's destructive to the community. Like, I mean, of course, like they don't want to get banged up for shit that they're saying on wax. The problem is, and I know we want authenticity in our rappers, but just don't do the shit you saying on wax. So then, if they try and use it against you, you're gonna be found innocent because you never did that shit in the first place. You can say whatever the fuck you want on the track. Don't do this shit in real life. The problem is we don't push an artist. We don't accept an artist unless they're actually doing this shit. So we gonna call a nigga fake because he talking about it and he ain't never did it and he ain't never got no cases and this and the third. But then we gonna sit back and be like, man, why y'all niggas can't stop shooting up the block? Why y'all niggas, man, we can't get nothing. We losing all these rappers the crime. Well, y'all are the same niggas who are supporting these niggas and supporting their beefs.
I would not know what a Draco was, nigga, if it wasn't for hip hop. Sorry. I didn't know what a Draco was.
Niggas out buying albums like that, bro.
Now, hold on. Now y'all talking about the music.
All that shit. I wouldn't know what that shit was.
Like I said, well, I think as a rapper, they want to fight for that. That's their claim. I'm not waiting on rappers to help with those.
That's fine, but don't be surprised. Don't be surprised when these niggas are living lavish and when World War III pop off, they in they bunkers and they not giving a fuck that your city has become a war zone, which a lot of these cities have already become war zone.
Yep, and that's why I say people should be just worry about yourself, your small circle, so you can be one of the people when the shit do, if the World War III, whatever the case, or anything go down, you got your shit squared with yourself individually and your people, man.
Right.
Worry about everybody else.
Get your finances, get your property, secure something for your family, get life insurance because you never know when a nigga can run up on you and shoot you in the face. Black people we're not.
Wow, that is really
we have the most homicide. We have the most people killed in homicides. I just did a story in Louisiana, New Orleans. This brother was a homicide detective, a black man, a homicide detective, and we would call him a coon because he's trying to get these niggas locked up and investigating homicides, right? So we have this man. He's talking about. He said out of 100 homicides that he investigated this year, 96% of those victims were black.
Yeah,
and 6 of them were kids. So when you have this issue, and it's not just in New Orleans, it's every fucking where.
It's the culture.
It's everywhere where we at.
It's the culture, man.
Also, I want to answer something. Ramil, you asked a question early in the beginning of the stream, where you said, "Do you think black people could ever own anything?"
Did I ask that?
Yeah, we do own shit though. Like,
no. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about individualized. I'm talking about like as a, because I think because you were talking about Atlanta as a city. I said, look at Africa. The reason why, like, I don't know what it is. It's just that to me, blacks on the whole, look at the Caribbeans, for example, Jamaica, because I'm Jamaican. I'm gonna talk about that.
Me too.
Look at Jamaica. Jamaica's not even Jamaican no more. Jamaica is Chinese.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's what you said?
It's Chinese. It's
okay.
China.
Yeah.
Like anything that black people own, and I'm talking about as a whole.
Look at Haiti.
It is done. Bro, Haiti was never Haiti, bro. Haiti belonged to France, period.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I said, do we have that, what am I looking for? Do we have that genetic support, disposition to conquer and to control and to own and to dominate? Because if you look at the history, we have, yes, what I'm saying.
Wait, what you were saying, Ramon?
First, we have to have integrity.
Our single mothers and women are naturally, they want to follow. Women are, to follow, right? So if we're being raised by our mothers, a lot of black men are followers. I mean, let's just be honest here. That's why you listen to the hip hop music and stuff like that. We follow and listen to these niggas and fall into the same track.
Facts.
Look, first we have to have integrity as a whole, as a culture. A lot of this shit is enabling. Like, we don't stand up for the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to start getting behind what is the right thing to do. First of all, that's the first step niggas got to take.
No, that mindset is not like it's not pushed to the forefront. So it's like, for me, this is what I would say. Like, and I 100% agree with Ramil. This is what I was taught at a very young age. Yo, do for yourself and worry about the people that's in your circle. Like, if my uncle always said this, like, the best way to actually help any black community is to basically be individualized, and then also have your business, and then if you do your business correctly, and like you start and business grow big, you can start employing black people, and that's the only way to help the black community. It's just being an individual and then decide to help other people. But for me, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm just gonna be selfish all the way through.
I mean, like I said, Black Gen Z, I see a lot of people have
that's my point.
The weed mindset more like, I'm just, whatever happens to the community, it happens, nigga. I
feel you. Like, I'm not against that either. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we have the black men who are pursuing political power. They're only listening to what the black women want, and they're parroting that shit. And then the other black men who are successful, we're just saying, a lot of us are just saying, man, I can't do nothing with it. And then we have a population who's saying, okay, I'm gonna only do black. I'm gonna only do black this or black that. Yeah. And then you sitting over here 60 years old, like, upset that you done got did wrong by your own people.
Okay, now somebody's saying, people are saying that, and these people saying stop blaming shit on hip hop. I'm not
blaming shit on hip hop.
Okay, what about the music?
That's just a sector.
I have no problem with
hip hop, but let's be honest here, bro. We all grew up off TV, music, all type of shit, and we replicate as children what the fuck we saw on TV. So hip hop is a side.
It influences.
So come on, stop.
So let me ask you this. So with the other races, they got their violent movies and things like that. How come they're not emulated to the level?
In the home.
They got different culture.
So whatever the case, you can't blame it on the hip hop if you just put the father as the.
Let me ask you guys this. Let me ask you guys this. How of the women who are single mothers and shit like that, how many of those black men are deadbeats, and then how many of them want to see their kids and want to be involved in their kids' life? Like, what percentage are those?
A lot want to be involved, but they get what's the word?
What percentage?
I say about 70%. Go to the courthouse. You'll see all the fathers that's in there going through the shit, trying to see their kid. I did. I went through it. I fought for my kid.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I
go sit in the court. Go sit in the courtroom.
No. I'm not saying there's no.
Yeah. I ain't get offended, but I know what you just did. You just wanted to know.
Yeah, I'm asking a question because what I'm saying is I think the women are choosing niggas who they know don't want to be involved, and
there is a percentage of that.
No. I think that's the majority because what the women are doing.
Nah, that's not the majority.
I agree with
that's not the majority.
No, it is the majority because, and I'm basing that off of what the women are choosing. I'm not saying that black men don't want to be involved in the kids. I'm saying that women are choosing men who they know are not going to be suitable fathers. And therefore, the majority of niggas who are getting pussy.
Wait a minute. Nobody wanted all of these damn kids anyway. Y'all need to stop.
Exactly.
Like, what? For real. Like y'all running around acting like folks was like, yeah, let me and talk about this legacy and all this garbage. Like, don't nobody want all of these damn kids. Like, y'all need to quit with that shit.
Who don't
you know
want
what
kids?
Happened? Somebody accidentally got pregnant and now you have to take care of it.
Bro.
All of this shit is an accident. Nobody
How can
wants
you
this stuff.
accidentally get pregnant when there are 200 forms of contraceptive?
I'm talking.
They handing out condoms. If I go to Planned Parenthood right now, I can get a bag of condoms for the free ski. I can get 50 condoms right now for the free ski.
That's true, but you gotta use them.
Okay. And
yeah,
where's the individual responsibility? These niggas want kids.
I mean, like I
said, man,
look. The
they
guys
want
that
them from
want
the
to see
action.
their children, the guys that want to be in their children's lives, these women make it hard for them.
Yeah, they got it the hardest.
They're begging these guys to be in their kids' lives. They're hella backwards.
I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I'm just saying that the guys that these women are choosing, a lot of them do not want to be involved.
But here's the thing. Everybody's free to do what they want.
Facts.
The bitch can fuck with. That's what I'm saying. I'm not worried about that because I'm saying I'm not finna tell somebody to worry about who the fuck they fucking or anything. Look, the bitch is gonna do what she do. That's why I don't do the community thing. That's why I don't do the we thing because you can't control what people are gonna do. These bitches gonna fuck who they want to fuck. You ain't gonna stop that.
Right.
So it's just like I'm gonna just keep it pushing. They can make as many bastard babies as they want. Just stay the fuck away from me, and because you're not gonna stop it. Because when you start saying things like that, it sounds like you want to restrict somebody's
no
freedom.
This is what I'm gonna say. Soon there ain't gonna be no place to go.
Nah.
What you mean?
No.
Where you gonna go?
I have to disagree with you there, Jen.
I don't know.
What you mean? Where you go? What you mean?
95% of America isn't 90% of America not occupied. I mean, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like niggas is fucking. That's all I'm saying. They have a lot of kids.
But Gen Z, trust me when I say this. Before America make like these pookies that you guys call them go awry and start like just wiping out. Because like here's the thing, Hartford, I'm not having this problem that you guys are having.
That's where I'm from, yo.
Yeah,
where you
not
at?
having this problem.
I'm from Hartford, Connecticut, CT.
Yeah,
it's one of the top 10 murder capitals.
All right, Troy D. All right, let me. This is what we're gonna do. We've been on here for 3 hours, man, chopping it up, man, and I'm gonna have to. I got another stream, Mr. Palmer, going out, so I do gotta get up out of here, man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't know what time. I gotta see, but so what I'm gonna do, we're gonna do some closing thoughts, man. I want to say salute to Black Trunks and Black Gen Z Mindset for coming through and talking about Atlanta, man. It was a good stream, and yeah, man. So we're gonna do some closing thoughts, and I'm going to get out of here. Who want to go first?
I'll go ahead and go first. Yeah, so I appreciate you, Ramil, for having me on the stream. Guys, make sure you go check me out, Black Gen Z Mindset. Dropping a link in the chat. I just say, like I said, I always say, man, be open-minded to different ideas that may not be from what the majority of people around you are thinking. and protect yourself, be safe, because it's a jungle out here, like for real. So especially in the A.
All right, salute. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming through, man. Make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel, man. He's been putting his link down there. So, man, y'all go slide on, man. Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate it.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.